What's shaking, everybody? My name is Ross Mandell. I'm coming to you guys live today from Delray Beach, Florida, Scott Woolley Studios. I got a really special treat for you all today. He's a young man. He's a tech guy, but he's not a geek. He's a player. I mean, this guy is next level. I was introduced to him about a year ago. He's got a really spectacular company on the come up in the world of tech. You know what that means. It's sexy and it's worth a lot of moolah, a lot of dough, a lot of shekels, as we say, up at Boca Raton. His name is Net Kohen, recently married. Sorry, ladies, because he's a stud. I just want to help me welcome Mr. Net Kohen. What's up, brother?
Thank God, man. Thanks for having me.
It's so great. LinkMe hat, LinkMe
Yes,
shirt.
sir.
I happen to have a lot of LinkMe stuff
That's good.
I was invited down to meet Net almost a year ago. Don Cappy,
Yeah.
and Ray, and Ray Diaz, and they spoke volumes about you. At the time, you guys were working out of a house.
Yeah, that was fun. We had like a 5-bedroom in like a bit west of Miami. It was a really fun time, but we had to upgrade to an office, take it a bit more seriously.
It was a bunch of young guys on the phones, banging away, right?
Yeah.
Selling your idea, raising money. So what I like to do, Net, is because right now you're not Mark Zuckerberg
Yeah.
yet. That's a 3-letter word that says a lot. And I want the world to get to know you through this podcast today.
Let's do it.
So who is Net Kohen? Where were you born? Where'd you grow up? Where'd you go to school? All that. Tell us about your family and early life.
Yeah, early life, I was actually born in Israel, so I don't have an accent. So people are like, this is not an Israeli guy.
So you're a Sabra.
Yeah, so I was born in Netanya, so in Israel.
That's
and
my favorite place.
Yeah, I actually left as a baby. So I literally came to the U.S. I was like 1 year old. You know, in Miami, we came here, and pretty much grew up in Aventura my whole life. So here, if you guys don't know Aventura, search up Aventura Mall. It's a beautiful area.
It's like a hottest mall right now.
Yeah, it's a beautiful area
state.
in kind of like north of Miami, you could say. So yeah, I grew up in Aventura. I actually went to private school until 5th grade. So I went to a school called Hillel. It was like a Jewish Hebrew school.
Sort of like a rich kid.
Yeah. I grew up. No, I'm not gonna pretend like I came from nothing. I came from an amazing upbringing.
Amazing,
yeah.
right.
Super blessed. Like I had an amazing family. My parents got divorced, like kind of getting to 13 years old, which wasn't fun.
It
wasn't fun, but it's like, it didn't stop me from. It's not an excuse to not work hard and do your best in life.
To not perform in life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to always do whatever it takes. So yeah, I pretty much went to the private school until 5th grade. Then I switched because they were forcing me to take Adderall because they said I was too crazy, the school. So they were like, you got to take Adderall or we're kicking you out. And I was a kid. Talking about 5th grade, I left them because they
Really?
So my dad was like, just do it, take half the pill, lie to them, say you took the whole pill, whatever. And then I was like, I can't do that. I hate this Adderall. This is like not for me, whatever.
It's like pure speed.
Yeah. I was locked in school, but then I get home and I don't even want to like talk to any of my friends outside of school. So it was like locked in school, but then like no life after school. I was like, I don't want to live like this. And then so then I switched. I went to a public school called Waterways, which like all my friends were going to that school who grew up in my like community. So it was nice. I didn't mind like going there because I knew people there. And then I went for high school. I went to Crop. So that was like Dr. Michael Crop, pretty big school actually. A lot of people know about it. Yeah, public school. Yeah, for high school. And I think that's like something that shaped me a lot because in private school you don't meet the diverse world, right?
Correct.
You're like stuck in your bubble. You think everyone's like the.
You're in a very narrow bubble. By the way. I get it.
Yeah, and I think public school kind of opened my eyes to like, wow, there's a whole world out there. Like, there's so many different types of people, and people are probably gonna watch this and say like, duh, right? But it's like, no, I grew up in like a very, I get it. A Jewish community, kind of Jewish school, like everything around me like that, and then I went to public school and I saw the whole world, right? So I think that also helped me a lot in business because I knew how to kind of maneuver different types of people. So like it helped me like be friends.
You had to learn.
Yeah, I had to learn how to like be cool with everyone.
To go from private to public school.
Yeah,
like,
be cool with everyone.
What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. So I was actually, so I was actually, I loved actually public school. People tell me like, what, you like public, like when you tell people that talk about private school that you love public school, they're like, what, is this guy crazy? I actually enjoyed it.
My daughter tells me the same experience.
Yeah.
She went to St. Andrew's School here in Boca, the most expensive private school.
Yeah.
And then, my situation, I went away, I had all these problems. We put her in public school, and she says, Dad, thank God I went to public school.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's really, for me, like it was a huge eye opener, like growing up, and looking back, the one advice I would say to like a kid that's like in high school and like you start to get to that age where people are trying sketchy things. I didn't try anything, right? My whole high school, I didn't know drugs, didn't get drunk. I never got drunk like until.
Wow, you drank alcohol?
No, not even
at the Seder.
At the Seder, yeah, I had a little sip of wine, whatever, this and that.
But you never tempted.
But I was never, my dad was so strict. So like for me, I think that's a big thing why I was like, I succeeded in high school. Because I think I saw a lot of people around me who coming into high school were great, kids and all this, and kind of their life got torn apart because they got addicted to certain things.
Drugs, alcohol.
Yeah, you got to really be careful. Like my dad was always on my ass growing up. Like if I see you smoking, I'll kill you. Like my dad was like a crazy.
I love it.
Yeah, he's very strict Israeli guy. Like my dad is a
old school.
Yeah, very
old school.
Yeah,
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're in. You graduate from Crop. Is that what you said? Crop
yeah. So I graduated from Crop, and then I.
And that's by Aventura. That's that area, North Miami.
Exactly. That's like a bit west of Aventura,
By
like
Ives Dairy Road.
Yeah, literally right there. That's actually exactly where it is, right off Ives Dairy. Yeah.
And then what about college?
College, I went. So I did online FIU, so Florida International University. It's right here.
Online?
Yeah, because I didn't want to go in because I had a business. So I was making apps. I had an iPhone.
Slow down now. So when did you start going into business? This is interesting.
I feel like I always saw my dad just like work so hard, so I try to do anything I could to like make money. Like even as a kid, like when I was in private school as a little kid, I would go home. I had a little toy. I would bring it the next day and try to sell it to one of the kids. And I come home with $100 bill. My mom's like, "Where the hell did you get this?" I was like, "I sold my teddy bear." It's private school. It's easy. The kids are rich.
Right.
Like they see a teddy bear. Well, it's crazy. So
a side hustle. You were into the side hustle even early on.
Yeah, I just I don't know. I just saw how hard my dad worked to like provide, and I was like, wow, I want to work hard. I want whatever it takes to make a buck.
I get it.
Yeah,
I understand that.
So I always had like the kind of business mentality just growing up around it, and then the tech side of the business. Actually, when I was 13, I did a Minecraft server. So this is like a game you play online. I literally like built a Minecraft server where kids can join. And the crazy part is, at first I played this game and I was addicted to it. I loved the game, but then I realized you can make money on this game if you connect it to PayPal. People can buy fake digital things on the game and send you real money. So I was like, dude, I'm going to build my own server. These kids are going to join and start buying stuff on the server. And it worked. Like
so
people
you started
were paying.
to understand this kind of thing.
Yeah, it was
on.
crazy.
I don't even know what Minecraft is, but I just know
it's a game. Yeah, it's like
I know it's a game, but I was not my video game experience started and ended with Atari.
Oh, okay. So that's way back. Yeah, Minecraft is like the new cracked out version of that. Like I think Minecraft really shaped a lot of tech entrepreneurs. Sometimes you'll hear a lot of these big startups today.
Yep.
The founders tell you like, yeah, I started to like, engineer and do stuff like this and work with tech based on Minecraft. That's literally what they say. This has started with it's crazy. It's insane.
No, it's not correct. It makes a lot of sense. Really.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So you're probably a pretty good video gamer.
I was addicted to video games. I was like, there was a point in my life where I was like 8 hours a day playing video games. Like after school, I would come home and it's like Minecraft, Call of Duty. After Minecraft, I got addicted to Call of Duty.
That's a big game now. I heard
that's I think Call of Duty. If I have to pick one game for the rest of my life, that's the game. I was like the best out of all my friends, and I was just I got also addicted to like gambling in Call of Duty. Like you would play for money professionally. So I would play in these tournaments. Like you would pay money to be in the tournament.
I know. I've met guys that like went to like world tournaments.
Yeah. I went to like an in-person event. I went to like in-person things.
Like this is a real this is a real business. a real enterprise. So tell us about that.
That 13, was really
14,
fun.
15.
So this was this was a few years after. This was more, I would say, like 15, 16, 17, like high school years.
But you've already started creating apps when you were 13?
Yeah, no. I would say Minecraft was like the first business tech. The app side of things started, I would say, like 16, 17.
Okay.
And before that, I was like Call of Duty gamer, all the video games and stuff. And Call of Duty every day, I would just be addicted to that. Like locked in 8 hours. Even my parents thought I was like, this guy doesn't leave the room. Like, what's wrong with this guy? Like, all his friends are playing soccer, this, that. I'm locked into Call of Duty.
You weren't a sports guy. You were a tech guy.
So I was a sports guy growing up because my dad, he actually was like a professional. He played professionally in Israel soccer.
Wow.
So he wanted me to also be like into soccer, all this. And I was actually in Aventura. And maybe I could find this magazine. I was on the cover of the magazine for MVP, like as a little kid, 12 years old.
That's
soccer.
cool as heck. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Great.
As like a kid, like best soccer player in the kid league or whatever. So
You have that
cool.
sort of soccer body. You know, you're thin,
Yeah,
you're lean.
I was quick. I was like,
Right.
like I was a forward. Like, and it's crazy because even back then, it was like for me something that I loved so much. But then I had like a thought process even in that where I was like, wait a minute, I'm never gonna be like a Messi. Like I told myself, let's be honest. Like the odds are not there.
He's a little chubby kid.
No,
he's got a weird body.
No, I don't know. I like kind of did a thought process of like,
Right.
I'm good at gaming. I think I have a better chance succeeding in gaming than in soccer. That's what I told this to my dad. My dad's like, why do you want to stop playing soccer?
I love it.
Yeah, and I told him this, and he's like, got kind of annoyed. He's like, okay, fine, let's see what we can do in gaming, because I was really good at gaming. And I actually did very well.
Playing gaming, though.
Playing games, yeah.
And you could
Video
actually get
games.
rich playing
Back
games.
then, it
if
wasn't
you're
even as
great at
close
it.
to today. Yeah, today it's insane how
It's
much these
huge.
people make.
It's
like
crazy.
I can't even believe the numbers I see today.
can make millions,
Yeah,
really.
literally, it's insane. Back then, there were a few big guys that I looked up to, like this guy Nade Shot, another guy named Scumpy. These are all like Call of Duty legends. They were actually making like millions back then. Today, I don't think they're making as much. But today, you have like the people like Ninja and all those dudes that are printing money with like Fortnite and stuff like that.
Literally printing money.
Insane. It's insane. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's a crazy generation.
Most people my age don't understand anything like
Yeah. This is like, wait,
But this is, this is what it is. I mean, my parents didn't understand certain things about the stock market. They couldn't believe that a kid like it from, a kid that grew up with no money could go in and make millions of dollars in the stock market. That was only for rich people.
Yeah.
But every generation has that. One day your kids are going to look at you, Dad, you just don't get it. And they'll be doing
I know. I hope that doesn't happen. I want to be like in the loop. I want to be in the loop.
I promise you that will happen.
Yeah, that'll be crazy.
That happens.
It's funny to think that, but yeah, it probably will, yeah.
Every generation goes through. Every generation, you don't understand. They say, your kids say to you, Dad, you don't understand. I'm looking, I don't understand, huh?
Yeah.
You have no idea how much I understand. But the kids, everybody has their own, has to go through their own process.
The good part, though, is like, maybe you don't understand what it is, but there's like formulas in life that you could still like help them and
100%.
Yeah.
Nothing really ever changes. Everybody thinks it's different now.
It's just a new thing, but same formulas. The formulas don't change. Yeah,
it's the same. That's why I hate to bring this up, but the Torah.
Yeah,
it's written thousands of years ago, and people say, "Well, it's that book 3,500 years old. It's meaningless today." Really?
Yeah,
It explains every single thing that's happening today.
Everything.
There's nothing ever changes.
100%.
Just the games change.
Yeah.
But people don't change.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. The human.
Yeah, it's true.
It's the same shit. But keep going. I'm dying to get into. I'm loving this now, bro.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah. That's kind of after gaming. Then it was all the business stuff. Really got serious, like making apps. Because so in high school, I had an idea with some friends to do an app where like you open your phone and it grabs your location at this app, and then it shows you all the clubs, parties, events, everything near you on a map. So your dot is sitting there, all the thing, and it actually did very well in high school. I was building this, and we had like 10,000 people in Miami using this app. And for me, I was a kid, like about to graduate, whatever it was. We were doing really cool stuff. And then someone came to me, and they were like, "Hey, I like this app you built. Can you build me an app?" And I was like, listen, like, it takes a long time. I'm focused on my thing. Another guy came, same thing. I'm focused on my thing. Then one guy said, here's 30 grand, make it happen. I was like, shit, 30 grand. Like, that's like the profit from like 2 parties. Like, in one shot I could do that.
And you're like 18, right? 17?
Yeah, so I was young. I was about 18, and I said, okay, fine. You know what? I'll do this app. Let's make it happen. And then we pretty much got the app done. And then a lot of people, heard like, oh, he makes apps for people. So then it just snowballed into my company, Next Gen Apps, which then I was just making a ton of apps for people. And I think that's like probably one of the biggest blessings in my life, because from Next Gen, it gave me the ability to like build the foundation of LinkMe, which is thank God where I am today. And the Moves app, the one with all the parties, they say you have to fail so many times to finally find the winner. With Moves, we failed really because COVID forced us to close, because everything was closed. But we had the idea for LinkMe from Moves, because we sat with all these different promoters and all these people that were pretty much, asking us for information, like what's your Snapchat, Instagram, this and that.
Yep.
And all these meetings were sitting and giving the same thing. And we're like, dude, this takes
Inputting,
forever.
it takes a half hour to put it.
It's the worst thing
Especially
ever.
an old guy like me, I don't type.
I hated it. Because we want to talk about the event and like the strategy, how to promote it. And the promoters are telling me, just give me your phone. I'm going to put my Snapchat and your Insta. And I'm like, dude, we're not even talking about the event. You're just holding my phone hostage, putting your number, email, whatever. So my partner and I, when we saw this, shout out Val, he's one of my co-founders.
Big Val.
Big Val.
Val still involved?
Of course. Val is
I love
24/7.
Val.
He's locked in. Yeah, Val's he's right now he's gonna pick me up. We have a really nice meeting after this that we're going to. So but yeah, so he and I pretty much, we said it's ridiculous, like swapping all the info and sitting there for 20 minutes in these meetings. So on the car ride home from one of these meetings, we were like, dude, there needs to be a solution for this. Like, let's look for some sort of thing out there. It exists. We said it exists.
It does really.
Yeah, it does. And we found virtual business cards. We said, oh, this is interesting.
Linktree.
Let's check these out.
Right.
So we looked at it, and this is actually before even the Linktree side of things. This is more so like virtual business card, just a business card where you just have those apps. They have like Blink and all of these.
Correct.
Popple is a big one. So we saw a lot of the apps even before those two existed, and we said, they're trash. They're ugly. They're not user-friendly. Let's build a 10 times better version. I make apps. It's not going to be rocket science.
Right.
So we did that, right? We built it. And then that's kind of how LinkMe really started, as a virtual business card. Now it's a different animal, but that's how it started.
Yeah, I want to get to that. But,
Yeah.
but I forgot, you did all this. You accomplished so many of these things. How old a guy are you today?
25.
You're 25
I'm
already?
25. I'm getting old, right?
Jesus Christ, bro. I met you were like 22, I think. Maybe it was 2 years ago.
It was a few years back.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Val is also...
He's young. Val is actually... I think you met Val at 20.
Yeah.
He's now 22.
He was 20 years old.
Yeah. He'll be 23 in November.
And then there was Mandell.
Yeah, so Mandell...
Dre.
Dre is younger than me as well. Dre, my other co-founder, he's the CMO. Dre is 24, turning 25 this month, so yeah.
Dre, I'm in touch with through TikTok and text.
Yeah, Dre's big time. He's doing amazing things, yeah.
I think he can help me with my advertising,
100%. 100%.
He's that guy, right?
He's that guy. Like, for LinkMe, he's that guy.
I don't want to tell everybody this stuff. He's my
we keep it on
weapon.
the low. Yeah, he's my secret sauce, too. Thank God we have a good agreement with him, yeah.
He's a really special young man. And, we're just about to get ready. I'm launching my website in about less than 30 days.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's going to be building a media company.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, real media.
Like kind of like a valuetainment type of thing?
Yes, but kind of like, but kind of different.
Okay,
And,
nice.
I look at what they're doing and what I like it, I take what I like and I leave the rest, just like you do when you evaluate something.
100%.
I take the strong points, I see what he's doing right, and then I look at some of the stuff that I don't really think is very cool, and I want to be cool,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to probably show it to you at some point. So
I'd love to see it.
Because you guys are young and cool, and that's what we're about.
Yeah.
It's called Raw Media.
Raw Media.
R-A-W,
Nice.
Raw.
It's a good name.
Because we're fucking raw.
That's good. Yeah. No, you're definitely raw. Like
authentic, real, raw.
Yeah.
And I put together some really cool, really, really good crew of the older guys, the smart guys.
Yeah.
Something like what you have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got
dad
that.
and the advisory board.
We got
but it's the young guys, the young ideas drive the company, drive the business.
Yeah, I think the young ideas are where all the innovation comes from. And then the old ideas are the wise people that can guide you through the innovation to not make the mistakes they made.
But you'll do it anyway.
Yeah, you'll make some mistakes,
but
I
you'll
think
have someone to help you balance it out.
Balance it out, and I think cut out 90% of the mistakes.
Cut out a lot.
Yeah.
You say, I'm glad he said that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know how many
sure.
meetings I came out of when I was building my brokerage firm, my hedge fund, and guys would say, no. And I'm the kind of guy, I'm so headstrong, I had to have a guy that just said no over me. That was the board requirement. The stock exchange wanted that, all these different things.
It's good. I think it's a great thing.
It helped me a lot, trust
me.
me.
Huge, yeah.
Not enough. I could have had more no. But, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So you're now working on this app. Mm-hmm. I love that party app, your location.
Me too. I miss it.
I think that would be great now. There's nothing like that right now, is there?
I'll tell you, I'll give a shout out to a company. There's a company in New York called Posh.vip. That's
great
their
name.
site. Yeah, so we're cool with the founders there, great people. They built a phenomenal, Moves I don't even think it's 1% of what they put together. They put together a phenomenal product.
That's Net Kohen saying.
Yeah, no, 10 out of 10. Shout out Posh. Like, they really did something amazing. Those guys are in New York. Go check it out. It's an amazing app. And what they did is they kind of took it to a whole social level. So now if you want to open their app and find something to do, you're like swiping, like, what's the moves
I love
tonight?
that.
Like, what am I doing tonight? Like, and you're checking out all the moves. Yeah.
Let me tell you something about me. I'm
Yeah,
68 years old. I'm in Boca Raton, right?
Yeah.
And I talk to my friends. I'm single for the first time in 35 years, right?
Yeah,
I'm divorced. Very good, very cool with my ex. We're business partners. We're good friends, parents. But, we're trying to find things to do. And there's nowhere to go that
easy,
says,
right? Yeah.
this is for your crew, let's say 50 plus. Here's the cool spot to go to. It just so happens there's a cool spot. I'll give you a shout out, Gabriella's. My boy Frankie Brusco from New Jersey opened up the new hot spot. It's an Italian restaurant. It's one of the coolest bars I've ever seen. It's good looking. It's indoor, outdoor. It's
Nice.
just, it's posh.
Yeah.
And it's a place to go for people, let's say 50 plus to hang out.
Yeah.
But I mean, I met 21-year-olds people hanging out there.
Nice.
Because it's just that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, it's people like my age. I don't want to go to a spot where everybody's in their 20s or 30s.
Yeah.
Because I feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so when you just were talking about that kind of app, this would be
No, you're
a
right.
stone
You're right.
cold killer.
Yeah.
And think of the advertising. Every single spot in the area is offering to pay you.
You know what else is interesting? So, like, this is more on the data side of thinking about this type of app for anyone out there. Maybe Posh will take this advice, but it would be cool to kind of, because when you register for these apps, you give them your date of birth.
Correct.
So anyone that's attending the certain spots, it could say like average age of attendance.
100%.
55, right? And you're like, okay, this is my
And
kind
it's
of
so
style.
easy. It's an algorithm.
Yeah,
so
it's
easy.
literally just math. It's
just
simple.
code that in.
Yeah, exactly. It's not an issue at all. Yeah.
And you go, in the closest 5 miles, the closest 10
Exactly,
miles.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
to me, that's a layup. I don't know how much work is involved. It's a big project.
Yeah, it's
right?
not easy.
Because you got to
Anything's
go
possible.
nationwide.
Yeah.
Every city, every town, it's got to be.
I would start with a few key cities. I would start with like
Right, Miami,
Uber,
New York,
Uber
LA.
did the best thing in the world. They said,
Correct.
let's go San Francisco, all in
Correct.
here, crush it, and then duplicate it. And that's how you win. You got to laser focus. Yeah.
Just so you know, I'm recommending today Uber Technologies as a buy.
Really, I actually am a bit scared of Uber just because of what Elon is doing with his robo-taxi. But what's your?
It's going to be 150 in the next year. It's about 9, and then trading in the 90s.
And what's
right
the
now.
thought process behind that?
It's people are underestimating
Yeah.
what ultimately drives the value of the earnings, the revenues, etc.
Yeah.
Growth. There's no question in my mind.
Yeah.
Elon's going to crush everything, and Tesla on every dip, buy it, and put it away.
Yeah.
If you have that kind of mindset to put it away.
Yeah.
I was telling people and people that I advise, when it was every time I went under 250, buy the fuck out of it. Now I have to say every time it's under 300, because it's like that, because it's a robotics company.
Yeah.
It's not a transportation company.
Yeah.
The taxis, that's going to be well in the background. I'm telling you, just in like 2-3 years.
It's interesting
It
what
is
they're
a
doing with the robot.
robotics
Yeah.
company, and he has stuff that nobody has.
Yeah.
And they're producing these things, and everyone like you, everyone like me, even Johnny D behind the cameras, that he's going to have one of these robots.
Yeah, cleaning the house.
Doing whatever.
Doing whatever, yeah.
Doing
Making us
whatever.
food, making us lunch.
I heard a rumor from smart guys that, do a lot of mining of information. They're creating a female robot, a sex robot, like
That's
a version of a wife.
That's on the crazy side
that
of it.
doesn't say no. You understand? It's just like the internet. I'll never forget in the beginning. It was all pornography and gambling. That's what really, and comedy, crazy enough. Those were the three things that really started everything.
Yeah.
Because, these are things that are not
Sex sells,
mainstream.
sex sells, yeah.
It sells. It's
Yeah,
going to
yeah, yeah.
sell, because
Yeah, yeah.
why people never change. It never changes.
It's the human nature. It's the animal soul.
It's the animal
fight.
soul.
You gotta be on the godly soul.
And the spiritual soul
Yeah.
is the comedy, and I hate to say it, some of the Christian stations also drove in the top 5 on the internet.
That's good.
Us poor Hebrews, we're always bringing up the rear when it comes to sheer numbers, but when it comes to percentages,
Yeah.
we lead the pack.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's
There's,
true, that's true.
17 million Jews, and
It's honestly, it's crazy. I just did a tweet last night about percentages. I actually gave an analogy. I said, imagine someone now came to you and told you there's a group of entrepreneurs that they have some sort of secret formula. May be a rumor, may not be. This secret formula allows them to win 30% of the time. You would say, it's impossible. It's like literally not possible. How could they?
How do I get in there?
Yeah, how do I get into that? I want to be right 30% of the time, right? I want to hit that often, right? And then there's a group of people that hear about this, and one group says, it's a rumor. Those guys are lucky. And the other group says, no, they 100% have some secret formula we don't know about. And to me, I look at that kind of like as people saying, like, do you believe in God or not? It's like, look what God is doing, like, in a global scale. Like, it's insane. To me, it's crazy. It's open. It's right in front of your eyes. That's how I look at it.
It is. Do you believe in God?
100%. I know. It's not even beliefs. I know God created and controls everything.
This is my answer. I don't believe in God. They say, you're Ross Mandell. You really believe in all that kind of stuff? I said, I don't believe. I know God.
I know God. Yeah.
I actually know him.
Yeah.
And he knows me. And I hate to tell you this, he knows you, but it's not important what I think.
Yeah.
It's only important what you think.
Yep.
But yeah, I find it astounding that people still don't get it, don't know. I mean, I was actually in prison, and I read Walter Isaacson. He's the former CEO of Time magazine.
Yeah.
He's my favorite.
He did the Steve Jobs.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did the Elon too. I just read the Elon one.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
I read every one of his biographies.
Yeah, he's
big,
great.
fat John Adams.
He's great. He goes into the details.
There's nobody
I love
that presents a case like him in his story.
Yeah.
And Einstein said, it's not even, this is with the smartest man of his time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he saw things that today still that we kept trying to figure out. Mm-hmm. He postulated, and now they're proving all his shit is true.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, listen, I know who I am. I know how smart I am, and I know how smart I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if this guy believes in certain things, I should really, truly consider it, because he's no dope. And he says, of course, everything was created. Everything.
Yeah.
The Big Bang was an accident.
Yeah.
Sure. Some rock in the middle of nowhere. Trillions of planets. We think we're the only. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, to me, that book, The Torah, is everything. The beginning and the end. And I studied it like crazy.
Yeah.
And I studied what Einstein believed. And I said, this guy's telling me it was created. Who am I? What am I going to argue? What am I, smarter? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, certain
100%.
things.
Yeah, you're right.
And then as you get older, you start to realize the real brilliance of the whole thing.
Yeah. It's true.
Life unfolds. I see you wearing the tzitzit there.
Yeah, always repping. That reminds me of all the mitzvahs we got to do.
Tell me what that means. What is all that?
So tzitzit, this is so it's basically something religious Jewish people, they wear, and it reminds you there's 613 mitzvahs, which are like commandments that God gave specifically
in
to
the Old
Jewish
Testament.
people. Yeah, in the Old Testament.
People don't realize. People think there are 10 commandments.
Yeah, there's not 10. So there's the 10 commandments, and then there's 613 commandments, which are like all the things that God is commanding specifically for the Jewish people to do. So he kind of said, like, look, you guys, because I'm choosing you, this is the 613 you need to follow as well. Today, I believe there's only like 70 out of the 613 that we can actually do, because a lot of the 613 have to do with the temple that was
Animal
destroyed.
Sacrifices.
Yeah, a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah. That.
So this basically reminds you, like, don't forget those commandments. You need to do those things. So this honestly is like a shield. It reminds you to make sure you're on point, doing everything. And then people also say, like, why do they wear the cap? The cap's to remember, like, there's someone on top of you watching everything you do. Like, God is there. So
out of respect.
Yeah, out of respect to God. Like, you need to remember that someone's on top of you. You're not the whole world. There's more than just you. So yeah. But yeah, that's the tzitzit. For me, I love it, man. It's I love repping it.
I love that you're wearing it.
Yeah.
It makes me feel, I belittle myself, because I should. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's just hard in Florida.
You still can. It's not too late. It is hot. I don't know. Me, I'm wearing the hoodie, the shirt, and I'm triple layered. It's freezing in here. So you like the cold.
Well, because you're very lean and you're thin.
That's true.
Probably don't eat too much.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question for you, because I studied scripture when I was inside in great detail, because I had a lot of time. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
In this world that we live in, I can't imagine you could read anything carefully, because there's so much stimulus, so much going on.
Yeah, it's hard.
I read the Old Testament multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
I read the Tanakh, obviously. I read the New Testament. I read the Quran word for word. I read Hindi. I studied Buddhism. I had a chance to really get into the depth. And I love this one little question. It's a test for people like yourself. So we know the 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
We know there's 613 commandments, of which very, very good. There's only about 70 or 80 we can actually practice, unless we want to start killing animals in the backyard. But what is the first commandment from the Torah, from the Old Testament?
The first commandment, like in the 10 Commandments, the first one?
No, not the 10. The first commandment that God gives to man.
I think the first
and it's
commandment,
something that the Jews have forgotten.
I'll tell you right now. Hold up. It's first commandment. Wait.
I'm going to tell you.
Is it like I am God? Like that's
not a commandment.
That's not
a statement.
That's the so once you shall not have any other gods. That's not it. That's not the first.
No.
Wow. So you got me here. I want to hear.
It's a really brilliant thing.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time studying this, and I was like, wow, I got something.
Yeah.
So basically, he's kicking Adam and Eve out of Eden for violating.
Yeah.
And his first commandment.
Oh, you should work the land.
Be fruitful.
Okay.
And go forth.
Okay.
Be fruitful and multiply.
Be fruitful and multiply.
And that is something that most Jews that have integrated.
Yeah.
Orthodox get it.
No, yeah, you're right.
But this is the Muslim strategy. This is the Islamist plan. They are taking that literally.
Yeah.
And that's why they're taking over Europe right now.
And
they're taking over New York and New Jersey and other cities in this country because they are paying attention to that. And that is their strategy. Because we're in a democracy or a constitutional republic, the majority rules. And they're just multiplying. And they're not segregating in. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, no, like they're marrying Muslims and having lots of kids.
And they're saying, fuck you, America. We want Sharia law. It's amazing. But they're multiplying like rabbits everywhere.
It's a lot of that. Not all of them. I know a lot of amazing Muslims.
But you understand the strategy that's being employed. Islamism.
I see what you're saying.
And that's in the Quran, by the way.
So it says like multiply as well.
Be fruitful.
Yeah.
God says go forth. Like get out, basically.
Yeah.
You blew it.
But you know what's interesting?
Be fruitful and multiply.
If you look also like if you start reading the Jewish texts and everything.
Mishnah and the Talmud.
So if you go back, I think was it Ishmael or something where one of the things that God like put to the nation, which is really the Muslims today.
Yes.
They will be a huge nation. So
Correct.
it's kind of, I'd even put it, forget about if the Muslims want to be fruitful or not. I think this is just God's plan. This is God's plan.
Well, there's no question, but this is a commandment. It's not a suggestion.
No, you're right. It's a commandment. And a lot of people should be having, even Elon Musk is like, we're not having enough kids, right? So
exactly right.
Yeah.
You hear that? Now you know. And he's not a Jew.
Yeah.
In fact, sometimes I feel he doesn't love Jews, but I don't think he's a Jew hater because I don't think he.
A lot of people say that. I don't think it's the case. I don't think it's the case. I don't think
he even sees religion. I don't think he sees religion.
It's interesting. I think he's one of those guys that's like so smart that he's stupid in that.
Correct.
Sometimes you're too smart to even realize the common sense in that.
Well, let me say this, and this is a compliment to you.
Yeah.
So I meet a lot of guys that are what I call highly intellectual, and specialized like in medicine, in technology, and there's an expression now, you're on the spectrum.
Yeah.
It's autism, how they measure autism.
Yeah.
At some point, they have a spectrum where you operate, and at some point, this is where some point on the spectrum you're autistic, and I think that Elon Musk is on the spectrum to some degree.
I think he said he is. No, didn't he say he has like Asperger's or something?
He might. Yeah, that's also on the spectrum.
Yeah.
You're one of these brilliant guys in your field in technology, and now I understand even in business, et cetera. I didn't know you as well. Today's a great getting to know you more because every time I see you, it's like in and out, in and out, in and out. There's always 300 things going on. I got you now on my set.
You got me.
I'm friggin' psyched, bro. But, you're definitely not what I would call on the spectrum, meaning to the point where you're just socially not. That's why I said in the beginning.
Thank God, yeah.
I saw you on stage at that conference, the Boosted.
That Boosted, yeah.
Shout out my boy Gus Rodrigo, Dan McClory, founder, friend of mine from the old days. Boosted Securities, a great conference. They put you on stage.
Yeah.
I was blown away. The people that I wasn't blown away because I got to know you a little bit, but the guys that I was with were blown away. These are big market guys, very rich guys. All invest, all multimillionaires.
I think all those guys that were there, we had people, by the way, from that event, a lot of them invested, but I think the guys in that room that didn't invest are going to say, damn, I saw that motherfucker on stage, 5 years ago, and now they're worth billions. That's like a big fire in me of why I put so much effort to a lot of it is proving people wrong, right. People that don't believe in you.
100%. And you have to be that way.
Yeah.
And when I first met you, when I first saw that presentation, I said, at some point, I said, stop. That's all. I don't want to hear anymore because you started to go off the path. And I knew it because I'm doing deals long before you were born, way before your father.
Multiple lifetimes.
And I seen so many guys veer one way and make a mistake. You're going to challenge Facebook and all these different things. And that's not the right strategy, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have something amazing. We're going to first talk about LinkMe. We haven't gotten to that yet. Because that's a big thing, and I'm so excited to hear about it myself. The last time I saw the presentation was at Boosted. You were just launching the merch idea. Mm-hmm. It was first launching in a week.
Yeah, that thing is unbelievable.
I want to get to this whole thing, but let's dial back a little bit. You had moves.
Yeah.
Which I think could have been great around the world. Everybody would have been using this thing. And
download
of course,
download Posh.
It's all data collection and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and then COVID hits. Mm-hmm. So now, friggin', it's 2020. Let's pick it up from there. How old are you in 2020?
I was 20 years old.
20.
Yeah, I was 20 years old. COVID hit, and we kind of said, this is maybe a sign from God. Let's just go all in on this LinkMe idea.
So you already had the idea.
The idea was 2019, but we didn't really execute on it, right? And then when COVID really killed the whole party scene, we're like, dude, if God is not telling us to go in one direction, I don't know who is, but
like a slap in the head.
We gotta let's go all in on LinkMe, and that's what we did. So we pretty much started building out the app, started, working on all the details, figuring out, what's going to be the name of the company. At first it was Link Up, right? So with Link Up, we're like, it's cool. Maybe LinkMe is better. So we were messing around with the names.
Link Up, I like.
Yeah, Link Up is nice, actually. I like it too. You know what's funny? The LLC where I hold my stock.
I got you.
It's called Link Up because that's like the first thing
I love it.
So it's actually Link Up is the so anyway. So that was the name. We decided I don't know if that's the right name. Let's do LinkMe. And then we pretty much, put everything together. We had a lot of early people that were telling us, be careful with LinkedIn. So we were like, do we even use the word link?
Right.
That was a whole big thing.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
That was a major thing. They were like, what about link? But then we spoke to a few kind of big lawyers in the trademark scene. And they told us, listen, first of all, if a lawyer doesn't tell you this, they're full of shit. But anyone can sue for anything, even if they're wrong.
And they will.
And they will, yeah.
But that's in America, by the way. Let me tell you a little bit about the world, because I don't know if you know this or not.
I know, okay.
We're virtually the only country in the world where that's true.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you can't, let's say you're in England, Asia, you can't just start suing people. You know why they don't? Because if I sue you in England and I lose, I pay your legal bills.
Oh, that's not the case.
This is the only place in the world.
But I thought you could sue them to also pay your legal when they lose.
I can sue you all I want, but if I lose, I got to pay your legal fees. So you don't have all these bullshit cases going on everywhere. People don't understand the most powerful lobby that nobody ever heard in this country is called the Trial Lawyers Association. Mm-hmm. They basically are the Democrat Party. And that's why lawyers, people say the Democrats, they got these crazy men and women sports, transgender, operations for everybody. We're paying all this craziness. And people say, why are they, everybody, how do the Democrats even have a party? Because they have the lawyers. Mm-hmm. Because in America, it's a business of suing. I have lawyer friends. All they do is file 5-6 lawsuits every week.
Yeah. No, I know people like this.
And they just hope someone settles.
Yeah.
Because they sue you. It doesn't matter if it's bullshit or not.
Yeah.
But if I sue you in another country, you get legal fees paid. Wow. I got to pay your legal fees.
Wow.
You understand? So that's why you don't have these crazy lawsuits filed by everybody.
Oh, so you're saying if I open a suit against you in another country, I also, when I open it, need to pay your legal team as well?
If you lose.
Oh, if I lose.
So you don't file a bullshit case.
But in the U.S., they don't. I think they have. No, because I've heard of this where in cases.
I can see you right now for coming late to my podcast.
But in a year from now, if I win that suit, I can then sue you and say, look, I won this. He did a BS
you have to
case.
start a whole new lawsuit.
A whole new thing. Okay, so you're saying instead of a whole new thing, it's the day they lost, you pay the fee.
Correct. The judge orders.
That's
Listen,
strong.
not only did you lose this bullshit lawsuit, I order you to pay $15,000. Nobody knows that.
I didn't know that.
I have a lot of things I can explain.
They should bring that in. That's an amazing thing.
That's the Democrat Party, because that destroys the legal profession. You understand?
Got it.
It literally.
It really cuts back on suits. Like it makes people think twice.
It destroys the legal profession.
Yeah.
It caps, because when they have to decide what my legal fees are.
Yeah.
So now let's just say you sue me for nothing. Bullshit. Judge says, Net, not only do you lose, you got to pay Mr. Mail's legal fees in the amount of $21,000. Now everybody knows.
It's like, damn, I don't know.
Now everybody knows, in a certain type of a lawsuit, my legal fees should only be $21,000. Ordered by the court. Meanwhile, most lawyers, if I hire lawyers, charging me $221,000.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Now they cap legal fees, so it opens up the door towards amazing pain and regulation in the legal profession.
Yeah.
Basically destroys what we know of today of the legal profession.
Wow.
Yeah, people don't know that. I'll give you another one that people don't know. That should be something that you need to know.
Yeah.
So you talk about going public. I know your dad ran a public company.
Still, NASDAQ, SkyX. Shout out SkyX.
Right. SkyX, right.
Yeah.
I know that wasn't doing great, but that's another story. But so I went public, and I was the first American to bring a regulated American business public on a foreign stock exchange, and I was stunned when I learned certain things. And to this day, and this was I did it 20 years ago, 23 years. People still don't know. Smart guys like you, guys like your dad, don't know. The hardest thing about going public really is becoming a reporting company.
Oh, like the financials, auditing everything.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. Getting the audits, passing the S1, all the, there's a lot.
So, you understand you have to have public accountants.
Yeah.
I'm speaking to the world now, so it's a little.
Yeah.
And you have to report, right, quarterly.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yep.
Every 90 days. When you're a public company, basically, especially if you're in business, you got accountants living in your office.
Yeah.
You understand?
Full-time accounting team.
The PCOAB, which is the Professional Accounting Board in America, became when, after Enron, WorldCom, the crash of 2000, is before your time.
Actually, I know about Enron.
Right, but it's really before your time.
It is,
I made my fortune around the crash of 2000. I was prepared for that because I was there in 1987. And I got wiped out.
Wow.
It cost me $30 million personally and all these different things. But so I vowed it would never happen again. In 2000, I saw the handwriting on the wall. I was short everything. But to make a long story short, I discovered that only in America do we have quarterly reporting.
Oh, why? Outside the U.S. it's yearly?
It's biannual.
Oh, biannual. Okay.
It's only every 6 months.
Yeah.
But you only have to file audited statements, which is the big expense and the big pain, once a year.
Oh, nice.
So it's 6 months. You just have to get reviewed statements.
Got it.
So you see, even young smart guys like you don't know certain basic things that old fox like me. That's why guys pay me to consult. You understand? You don't even know this.
That's why I love the old guys at my company. I think a lot of them actually know some of this.
I bet you they don't know.
No, you know what? Maybe most don't. I think my CFO would know.
I happen to know they don't know, but I'm not going to get into the whole discussion.
My CFO, I think he would know.
I met some of these guys, and
you met Steven or no?
At some of these presentations, and they have no idea.
You spoke to Steven?
I spoke to a few of them, yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you spoke to Steven. Okay,
What's his last name?
Sigalub.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you spoke to Sigalub?
Yeah. And Ray was trying to get me a personal private meeting.
Oh, okay,
I met him in Palm Beach at an investor conference for something else.
Nice.
But there was a whole table of LinkMe guys.
Yeah.
I wanted to go say hello because having met you and Val and Dre and all these different guys, I said, I feel like I have a good understanding of what you guys are trying to accomplish and the talent that you guys have. I have always questioned the people you have advising you, but that's another story. So these are little things that if you don't know, you should know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it like that. This is important, including the first commandment.
Yeah.
So little nuggets of wisdom that I've accumulated over the years. There's so many more, but these are just certain obvious things that.
So it's a free sample of the consultant.
Obvious things. I mean, there are so many things that are not obvious. That could change the course of your life, really. So I'm not going to get into that because I'm very excited to hear COVID hits.
Yeah.
Remember, I was in prison.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a federal prison.
Wow.
So I ended up getting out in June of 20, and I'm shocked. It's like being in prison. I'm locked in a house in Delray. Can't go out anywhere.
Wow.
I couldn't even go to Publix. They let 12 people in. You had to be 6 feet apart. They made you wait outside. I mean, the whole thing. I was like, what the hell? I feel like I was in
This is worse than prison.
I said I woke up in another planet.
Yeah.
And they're talking about this transgender stuff, and they got guys winning, female.
Well, how long were you inside?
I was inside for 7.5 years. But I did some time in home confinement and all these different things.
The 7.5 years you were in there was like a 20 years of evolution in the country.
Right.
Like.
Well, it was 6 years inside. Then I got out for 8 months for COVID. Then they brought me back in.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know what was going on. It was like, can you imagine? The world was in a state of crisis. Imagine the prison system. You got a bunch of morons running other morons, telling us what to do, and nobody knew what the hell was going on. And so finally got released. Finally got released in January of 24. But yes, it's like the whole world went crazy.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. I'm still trying to unwind things, and that's why I feel it's really important for me to create my own media company so I can sort of provide legit messaging.
Yeah,
because there's so much bullshit and nonsense, and people are so out of touch. You've all been herded into different arenas. It's great to be able to take advantage of this, but it's also just staggering to me how many even smart people have no fucking clue as to what's really happening in this world.
Yeah.
So I just feel compelled to participate this way rather than just go get on a yacht and spend the next 10 years
That's how I look at valuetainment. I think they're really talking about all the right subjects.
I do. I really love what he's doing. I think he's a really smart, clever guy. I studied what he's doing and the moves he's made. Yeah. Just so you know.
No, I think he's phenomenal. Like, for me, before they even started using LinkMe at Valuetainment, I was a fan of the podcast, like, going back to when we started LinkMe. I never thought he would be a user.
So why not? Everybody should be a user. You have a great product.
No, everyone should be a user, but like for me,
I use LinkMe.
I don't know. For me, it was just a crazy moment when
I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. You know, the UFC guys.
It's crazy.
A lot of. I mean, let's start talking about. So it's 2020.
Yeah.
And you guys are basically in that house or a different house.
2020, we were actually in Aventura. So 2020, we were in Aventura.
Were you guys living at home?
I had an apartment. I was actually living in Hollandale Beach, right next to Aventura. Okay. I had a very, very nice apartment. I was living with one of my good friends, Benjamin Kicks. He's a pretty famous guy, actually.
Is he?
He sells shoes to like Drake and all the famous Justin Bieber, all the rappers.
I love that.
He's well known. He has like 1 million followers.
I know the name.
Yeah. He's a popular guy. I grew up with him in Aventura. Like, we were neighbors growing up as kids, and then when we both kind of were, growing up as adults, we were both making money. I was doing tech. He was doing the shoes, whatever. I was making apps. He was selling to celebrities shoes. So we're like, yo, let's just move in together. Like, we're same energy, same vibes. And we grew up together. So it was nice. We moved in. And I actually did an app for him as well. So he was also an app client.
I love that.
So yeah, that was cool.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
You still in touch?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. He just texted me like a few days ago. Not every day. You get busy. Life happens, right?
Yeah,
but
what
still in touch.
These relationships become so meaningful.
Yeah.
In the next 10, 20 years of your life.
For sure. I
promise you.
Yeah, you're right.
You're going to have kids. He's going to have kids.
Yeah.
Life is going to slow down for a minute, and you guys are going to be more.
Yeah, go camping together.
Well, there'll be social things going on.
Yeah.
Your kids will play soccer together.
That's true.
All these different things. You'll end up going on vacations because, as you elevate through life socially, specifically, not everybody does. Mm-hmm. Some guys get crazy and do different things.
It's unfortunate.
They're not the kind of people you would want to be
associate
social with.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have the wife, and she's going to basically call a lot of the shots socially, and her friends.
This guy's too crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and also the kids that go to school, she's going to be more in a traditional sort of home, and I'm guessing that's the kind of guy you are, and you're going to be like I was.
Even today, without kids, like she's like a stay-at-home wife. Like,
and right.
Yeah.
My wife never worked a day.
Yeah.
So my kids went to a certain school, and she was friendly with certain moms, so we socialized. You know what I mean? We moved to Boca. You know, my kids were in a special school, and so we were invited to. I'm busy working. I'm busy moving. She's like, all right, Friday night we're going to Marcella's house for this party and that party, and they start. You know, as life evolves, I promise you'll be hanging out with this dude.
Yeah, no, I like
when
I
you're
already
35, 45,
even recently
55.
we still hang here and there. Like,
I
me,
get it, but life changes. It's really interesting.
No, it's
I love talking. You know, I'm raising 2 daughters, and I'm watching. Of course, Dad doesn't know anything.
How old are the daughters?
25 and 22.
Oh, okay. So my age, 25 and then 22.
And my 25 is
younger.
a stone cold killer.
Nice.
She went into the tech recruiting business.
That's a lot of money there.
And
it's a good business.
she brings in $30,000 a week for our company.
That's amazing.
A week.
Well, I need to poach her. I don't know if we can afford her, maybe. She's
gonna make $250, $300.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah.
They should pay her $750.
Yeah, she's making the money.
You know, it's she works at a firm. I don't want to mention names, but was basically created by a private equity business.
Nice.
She came in knowing nothing. She's like number 2 or number 3 in the company every month. Out of
Does she travel a lot, or it's just online?
So they opened up a Boca office.
Okay.
All right. And then when things got rough, I guess a year ago or 2 years ago, they closed the entire Boca office except for her. Because she's like
remote?
the second or third. She works in her pajamas at home.
Nice. Okay, that's fun. That's nice.
And she places, you know, that she has big accounts, and they need this, they need that.
Yeah.
Land coordinator, you know, 6-month job, you know, things that you probably need if you're growing your business. And she's like a killer. She's just a tiger.
That's good. That's good. She learned from the best.
You know what? I tell you the funny. She's, Dad, I know a lot of people.
Yeah.
Dad, I don't want any help. I said, let me, you know, I'll make a call. Dad, I don't want any help.
That's the
Don't
best.
get involved, Dad.
Yeah, that's the best.
And she went out and she's killing it. And I don't even really fully understand, but she's a tech person.
Yeah.
I mean, she's an online person.
Yeah.
She grew up with that. You know, she had cell phones when she's 3 years old.
Yeah.
Like you. And she, you know.
Yeah, I love, like, our generation. Like right. Your daughter and I, like, I think we have an amazing... Our generation
you would love her.
is
She's
like,
also gorgeous, bro. She's
oh yeah, I'm married, but yeah,
right.
my brother.
Yeah, and I have a 22.
But you said is she the one that's now getting married to the guy, or
so she's dating some kid now.
Okay, yeah.
But she's coming off a 6-year relationship.
Okay, got it.
And then my other daughter's 22. She's with Elliot Waba. Shout out to the Wabas from Belgium.
Yeah.
And now Florida as
They're
well.
making some big moves.
Well, they are making some big moves.
Yeah.
And Elliot started a company. It's called Dolphin Content, DOLFIN. He's building social media sites for people and handling all those kind of things.
Nice.
Online stuff. And he's a lot like you. Different.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry to say he was raised in Belgium and you were raised in America.
Yeah, it's a different story. He's fighting that culture.
He went when he was 14 to Barcelona.
Okay.
He was a soccer player.
Oh, nice.
And they wanted to bring him into this whole thing. And his dad said no. He goes, you're going to stay in school. We're in the data business. You're going into business. You're going into technology. I don't want you wasting 10 years.
My dad would have pushed me. You could play with Messi and work harder. My dad loves Messi. He would have pushed me to go beyond the field.
I just took him into Miami. My friend Mark Efron has a box on the floor there.
Nice.
And we met Yannick Bright, and Messi was the family has a box right next door. But there was some sort of, we were supposed to meet Messi, but there was some sort of security thing, and they locked the whole place down.
That sucks.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
but
next time.
we're working on it. But so now you're home. You're living with Benjamin now.
Yeah, I'm with Ben.
20. How do you meet Val and Trey, and how does all this thing progress?
So yeah,
I know you had Mendel, you had a couple of guys that fell.
A few years later, joined. Yeah, but so with Val, I grew up with him as well. So Val grew up in that neighborhood with Benjamin.
I didn't know that.
So he also knew Ben, and then Dre, Val and I met. I would say about that year. So we Val and I have known each other forever since we're little kids, climbing trees when we're like 10 years old. You know, in Aventura, messing around.
That's the best.
You know, jungle boys out there in Aventura going crazy. Like, we were very crazy kids. But then so Val and I, we grew up together. We obviously had the idea for LinkMe, and we kind of went all in on that.
And he was like a video game kid too, right?
Yeah, he was with me.
Same interest.
He was like literally like under my wing like the whole time. We were always together. Like, and I was a bit older than him, right? He's 22, I'm 25. So kind of like anything I was doing, he's like, yo, let's play Call of Duty. Let's do Minecraft.
You were there.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, exactly. So Val and I grew up together pretty much our whole childhood. Like literally neighbors. We play every single day, like literally. So. And there was other friends of ours, too, that grew up with us in that neighborhood. We always make a joke, like, there must be something in the water of that neighborhood because that neighborhood has created some, like, really successful people. Like, so I'll tell you a few examples. One example, obviously, Ben Kicks, phenomenal guy, right? Another example, there's a guy named Ryan Breslow. Shout out Ryan. He's actually a strategic partner of LinkMe. He raised raised, not valuation, raised over $1 billion for his company that he founded. Last valuation was 11 billion, right? The guy went to San Francisco, crushed, did amazing things. And now they just recently did a deal with Palantir. Bolt. The name
My
is the name
my
of his,
second favorite company in the
So
world.
the name of Ryan's company is Bolt. It's basically like a checkout system for online
BOLT?
checkout. BOLT.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, Bolt.com. It's
yeah.
It's a huge payment processor.
Is it
major,
public?
Not public, private.
It will be public soon, I guess.
The biggest competitor to it is basically Stripe. Everyone knows Stripe.
Yeah,
Right. So
correct.
so Bolt is looking to kind of replace Stripe and do a lot of amazing things. So he's actually one of our strategic partners at LinkMe. Really phenomenal guy. He grew up in Aventura Lakes too.
That's amazing.
In our neighborhood that we all grew up as kids. Right. Another example. A recent one a few years ago, there's a guy named Mickey that I grew up with. He won like the poker world tournament or whatever, right? Like
What's his last name?
Dweck. Mickey, he won like 2 years ago. He won
Dweck?
yeah, Dweck. You could search him, a poker player.
I know that Dweck's from New Jersey.
Okay, so
Orthodox
he's here in
Jews.
Oven. He's Jewish, but not Orthodox.
I got it.
Yeah, so he also won the
They were
poker
big stock
tournament.
market guys, these guys.
Nice. Yeah, so it's just like funny, like all the major
amazing?
levels of success
I
from
get
this
it.
little community. It's a tiny neighborhood. Like it's not. I'm not talking about a whole city. I'm
get
talking
it.
about a little neighborhood.
I know the neighborhood. It's very small.
Yeah.
But it's great. That's a great story.
Yeah, it's pretty. There's even more crazy stuff in that neighborhood. But yeah, that's a few good examples.
It's
yeah.
great. You're going to be the big stud, I think.
Listen, God willing, man.
Everything's
Yeah.
in God's hands.
Exactly.
We know that.
It's
There's
God's
a reason
plan.
why you're here today. I want you to know that.
It's true.
There's no accidents.
Yeah, everything
It's a
is
really
written.
weird thing,
Everything's
right?
written.
Before we were born.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the things are crazy. They say the Torah was written before the earth was created. I don't buy that.
Well, who knows? I mean, maybe
Right,
it was,
but who knows?
It was created in God's
It might have been
conscious. Who knows?
Well, they
yeah.
said this is the third iteration of Earth. That God basically wiped out.
Yeah, I think
things
like,
go right.
Yeah.
That's in the Kabbalah, or one of the
yeah.
Talmud's, one of the
The mystical books. The mystical
yeah.
side
But
of
they
it.
say that. I mean, it's like, and the Orthodox swear by it. They bang the table. And,
Yeah.
But I could be pitched. But what do I know? What
Yeah.
do I know?
Yeah, me too. I'm learning a lot still. Yeah.
So you and Val had this idea. You were
so
coming
Val and
from
I-
that meeting, pitching
Exactly.
moves.
We were just driving back from this moves kind of promoter meeting, speaking to. We were doing an event in Miami for a rapper that. Well, shout out BMB. They were like a promotion company that did a lot of events. We were the first people in Miami to bring a rapper named NLE Choppa. He's huge, even today. One of the biggest rappers, big guy. We were the first people in Miami to bring him. At the time, he was blowing up. So like we were like, dude, let's get him now. He's a stock that's going to be $100K for a show. If we get him right now, we'll pay 10 grand.
Right.
And it was true. We paid 10 grand. So now you want to show with this guy $250,000, right? So he literally
crazy. Yeah,
we
I
got
get
him
it.
early. And at the meeting with the promoters, it was such a headache to exchange everything. Val and I drive home. We're like,
It's
there's got to
always
be
a
something
headache.
better. There's got to be something better.
It's got to be better.
We looked at the better, right? Trash. Everything we saw horrible, bad design, bad user
And this is
experience.
2020?
This is actually the idea 2019.
Okay,
So
so
2020, we really started to lock in and say, dude, COVID is killing moves. Let's go all in on LinkMe. This could be 10 times bigger, 100 million times bigger. Because this is something for everyone. Moves is like, okay, how many people party? A lot, right? But how many people have a smartphone? Everyone. Right, so the market size for
exactly. I
LinkMe
love
is
that.
different.
All right.
It's a different, perspective.
There's clarity in that thinking.
Yeah, of course. So we said, let's go all in on LinkMe. And that's what we did. So Val and I pretty much started working on everything in 2020. We officially founded the company. A year later, we launched. So we did like a beta 2021. And since then, every year we've been growing like incredibly fast.
So
Like,
let's talk
yeah.
to the audience in plain speak.
Yeah.
What is LinkMe?
So in plain speak, we built a very beautiful, app that allows you to create one of the sexiest pages possible. Everything you want in one page, right? So you join LinkMe and you can put whatever you choose. Your website, a PDF, you want to sell a product, you can put it there. All your social media, obviously your name, your bio. It's like the most beautiful landing page possible. And the way you access this page or anyone you want to share it to, it's just link.me/the username. So you probably, if you're watching this, hearing this, you're like, oh, I've clicked on link.me. Every celebrity uses that. It didn't start that way. It started as a virtual business card. Then we acquired the domain link.me. And now, millions of people are using this. On a monthly basis, it's close to 100 million unique people that visit a LinkMe page every month. It's crazy.
Link.me.
Link.me.
So, but for me, because I'm a simpleton when it comes to technology. I'm pathetic.
Yeah.
And I'm sure some of the audiences as well. It enables communication.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
do I mean by that? So I meet Net the first time, and he's a young guy, and I want to get his phone number. I want to get maybe his address. I want to understand, what his business is. I got to, what's your website address? What's your URL?
Yeah.
And I say, you're on social media, of course. You're on Instagram? Yeah. Facebook? Yeah. I mean, you ever try entering all this shit when you meet somebody?
It's the worst.
This is how guys like me will understand this explanation.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you how I first came across LinkMe. It's a funny story. And you basically take your phone. I guess it's take your camera, right?
Yeah, you could. I have it for you here if you want. I can show you the code. Yeah.
And you just basically take a picture.
With your camera, you would scan
Show
this.
that to the camera.
Yeah, so you would scan this pretty much. And when you scan this, I have 2 phones for a reason. I do these demos 2 million times a day. So I'll actually scan this QR code. So I just scanned it now, and now it's loading up a page here. Hopefully the Wi-Fi doesn't kill us.
Good Wi-Fi here.
Yeah, good Wi-Fi. I'm not connected. I'm on my thing. But anyway, you see it's taking me to a page now where you see my name, you see all my social media, the total amount of followers I have. You even see stuff that I'm posting here, like, buy this T-shirt, watch this video, a lot of products that I'm promoting.
But you
here.
get to tailor what you want.
Yeah, you pick and choose what you want on there.
You don't have to. People think I don't want to give all my information. Well, you don't have
pick
to.
and choose.
It could just be your phone number.
Correct.
And this way, you don't have to sit there and input the stuff.
Correct.
It
Yeah.
could be your phone number and your Facebook page. A lot of
Correct.
older people only on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
LinkedIn
Right?
also, a lot of the older guys like LinkedIn.
A lot of
for business.
LinkedIn
yeah.
is a big deal. So you put in, you can put in your LinkedIn,
Everything, yeah.
and you don't have to put in your Instagram. 'Cause
Exactly.
that's private.
Exactly.
So you put in what you want.
Correct.
Just creating the LinkMe page is too much for me.
It's
I'm being honest with you.
no,
right?
it's a fact. We have so many famous people that even they'll join and they'll be like, oh, dude, it's going to take me 15 minutes, they complain, to do it, which is annoying.
To me, 15 minutes is
it's
pretty
annoying.
quick.
No, you know what? So a lot of people that are like celebrities, they want done for you, right? So
Right. I have people do it for me.
Exactly. I think my team hooked you up with that. So anyway, what we said now is, okay, fine. We have so many accounts that we can train an AI to learn, what does a sexy profile look like? What does it have?
I like that.
Right? And now we bought the domain sexify.ai. Okay, we own this domain now.
I love it.
So now what?
That's great, bro.
So hopefully when this goes live, you guys can go, because we're building this now. You go to sexify.ai, you type in any URL you have, your website, your Instagram, your TikTok, whatever you use, just paste it into sexify.ai. It will sexify that whole thing for you and make you a LinkMe account.
I could do that now?
Not yet. It's going to be live in the
Okay.
coming weeks. But by the time this is live, they can do that.
this won't be live for about maybe 3 weeks a month.
Great. So you guys will have fun with Sexify. That's a
You can
new
actually,
thing.
you know what you can do? You can actually, I guess you have people's emails and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You
We have everything. We have
You
everything.
can blast these clips to everyone.
Oh, we will. I'm going to make sure my team goes crazy with this.
I mean, this
We're
is
going to
really-
blast this everywhere you can imagine.
You have a great story, bro.
Yeah, thank
I
God.
love this story.
Thank
And you
God.
know the craziest part? You're 25. It's you've done so much. It's like you're 50.
Yeah. I've been busy, man.
Sometimes I'm with
busy.
guys. I'll be honest with you, and these are accomplishment.
Yeah.
After half hour, you run out of things to talk about.
Wow.
You really, you're the man, bro.
Thank
you're very
God, man.
lively, and there's so much to you.
Thank
you
you.
have depth. A lot of men don't have depth. And I think that's because, and I hate to say it because I'm a member of the tribe, It's just something about,
A gift from God.
it's the formula.
Yeah.
Maybe, we were chosen, They
Yeah,
say that, and this is, again, another Lubavitch thing, that God offered his laws
To everyone.
to other people, other
To every
tribes.
nation. He offered it to every nation. They all had an excuse, and then the Jewish people accepted it. Yeah.
They said the Italians, they said, thou
Yeah,
shalt
yeah.
not kill, forget it.
Yeah.
The Arabs, thou shalt not steal, forget it.
Yeah.
I'm joking. That's a joke, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying they say that, people
Yeah.
turn down the laws, which I find,
Crazy, yeah.
It's a great story.
Yeah, you're right. We'll never really know. They do
We'll
say,
never-
yeah, they do say it. I also heard that. Honestly, I don't know the source of it, so I can't speak to
Right.
whether or not it's a real
No,
source. But I heard it. I did hear it. Yeah.
It's real, respected, like Talmudic scripture of some sort.
But the beauty about Judaism, though, is that we're not chasing people like, hey, come convert. You got to be
Never.
Jewish.
Never.
We actually do the opposite. We
It's
say,
the-
don't. It's too hard, man. Don't even try. You don't want to know what you got to deal with.
Listen, my
Yeah.
brother made Aliyah 1985.
Yeah.
He was born Lawrence Mandell,
Yeah.
my younger brother, on Cliffs from Brooklyn, New York. He was born in Brooklyn Jewish Hospital.
Yeah.
And we grew up in the Five Towns, Long Island. Very, at the time, very Jewish neighborhood.
Yeah.
Now it's Orthodox. The whole area is really crazy. And he made Aliyah in 1985. He took the name Kalev. because that's his favorite character from the Old Testament.
Uh-huh.
That was one of the spies that went with Joshua on Moses' commandment and came back and said, "Oh no, you guys are all wrong. This is the land of milk and honey. This was what God promised." The other guys like, "It's a land of giants. It's too much. They got walls. We'll never get in." They were happy staying in the desert eating manna that was free.
Yeah.
It's like getting free Chinese food delivered every day.
Yeah, it's free anything, whatever you want.
Wanted it to be, right?
Yeah.
So my brother loved that character. And then Ben David is the son of David, our father, who passed away in 1973. I was 16, he was 13.
Mm-hmm.
He had just been bar mitzvahed at the Wall. We were a family that went on a trip to Israel right after the 73 war. It was one of the first, and they had just captured, I think, Jerusalem and the Wall, and we went to places now that are not part of Israel anymore. They get back at some point, and it really affected him. So he makes Aliyah, and he becomes a journalist, went to NYU Film School, and he gets a call one day, Kalev. It's me, Mordechai, whatever. He said, "You got to check this out. I just had this, my apartment cleaned. This super hot blonde from Holland came in. Her name is Ava. She's super hot. She's going through an Orthodox conversion." He goes, "You would love this girl. You should. Here's her number. Call her up. Tell her you want her to clean your apartment." It's a true story.
Wow.
And so this is a girl that actually something struck her when she was in Holland.
Uh-huh.
And she grew up in a Christian household.
Physically struck or like just
No, it hit her. Like she had
Something
a moment.
she had a moment.
She had a white light moment.
Yeah.
A God thing, and decided she was going to become a Jew.
Wow.
And then converted in Holland.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wasn't comfortable with that. It wasn't enough. So she moved to Jerusalem.
Wow.
To undergo a conversion, an Orthodox conversion.
Yeah.
In Jerusalem, and she's like, a 5'10" blue-eyed blonde from Amsterdam. Now, brother's this journalist. He's got a column in the Jerusalem Post at this point in his life.
Nice.
And he calls her up, and she comes in, and she ends up becoming his girlfriend, and then his wife, and then he got married on a kibbutz. And,
thank God.
Yeah. Still, he became one of the most famous journalists.
Still together.
Oh, yeah. Well,
thank God,
He has two beautiful daughters, Shoshana and Shira Ben David, my nieces.
Amazing.
Both in the military right now. But she tells the story, how they kept trying to get her out.
Yeah. It's because, that's kind of one of the tests to see, like, does this person really want to be Jewish? You got to push them back. And if they fight it, they have a Jewish soul. So they say, like, a convert, it's not that they were not Jewish. They were always Jewish. That's like a thing. They had a Jewish soul. They just had to go through the process to, like, initialize it, kind of. So that's
in this material world called Malchut.
Yeah.
But what happened was, she says, they kept trying to get her out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Marines.
It's
like the SEALs. Get out.
Yeah.
Fail.
They make
quit.
it hard.
Just
they
say
make
quit.
It hard. Yeah.
They make.
You go through hell. Like
she
you really.
Went through hell.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard.
Put her through hell. But she wanted it so badly, and then she made us all a little more Jewish.
Yeah.
Because he was like half in, half out,
and she's all the way. So she dragged them with him.
And
that's
they
good.
said the converts can get closer to God.
Yeah. They're like God's children.
And even people
they're
like
God's
you,
children. It's true.
Correct.
They're God's children. Yeah.
That because they want it so bad. They have that calling, like you call it, a Jewish soul. People don't understand that, so I'm trying to make it.
Yeah, I get it. That calling.
Yeah. The animal soul.
I'm going too spiritual on.
No, it's good. It's you're a very advanced guy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some plain speaking. People are going to watch this. Like,
they say these guys are crazy. These guys are crazy. This is like the Orthodox side of the Jewish world.
Souls?
Yeah.
But it's that comes from study.
Yeah.
I was Jew my whole life. I didn't even know until I studied with the Lubavitch when I was in prison.
Everything I'm talking to you now about on the Jewish side, I learned from the age of, I would say, 22. So the last 3 years, I used to be an atheist, right? When I was 18. Until, like, the whole high school generation, I was online all day. So I was an atheist. And people are shocked when they hear this.
I'm shocked right now.
Yeah, people just don't.
I thought you were going to tell me you're learning this since you're 2 years old.
No, I just started, like, recently. Because until the age of 18, I just thought, I was like, bruh, like, all these people talking about God and this and that. Like, what do they know? Like, what do they... So exactly. I had that, like, mindset of, like, I know more than everyone. I was kind of... had that big ego mindset of, like, they don't know, I know what's true or not. The ego, you got to kill the ego. It's the first thing you should throw out the door. So that mindset, turned me into an atheist. Plus, I was online, in the kind of tech world, messing around with the wrong groups online, like hackers and all these kind of bad guys that were all making jokes about like my religion. So I was like, wait, maybe they're right. Maybe it's not like legit. So I was getting brainwashed as a kid. But now as like an adult, and big shout out to my mom. Love you, Mom. She sent me a video on Facebook.
Mom.
I love you, Mom. I love you. Ima. We're saying Ima, right? That's Mom in Hebrew. So
Abba and Ima.
Abba and Ima, yeah. So my mom sent me a video on Facebook, and I was an atheist at the time, and the video was a rabbi named Yosef Mizrahi. Shout out Rabbi Yosef Mizrahi, legendary guy. I watched this video, and he was just talking in common sense, like explaining, like, how could you be an atheist? Think logically. That's what he said. And he just said, look around into the world, like, look at the creation, look, just open your eyes and realize, like, something put us here, like, there needs to be something. Even if you want to call it the Big Bang, like, something created, some sort of infinite power, something we can't grasp with our brains, because it's just, like, I like the fish bowl example of, like, the fish doesn't understand it's, like, stuck in that bowl. It sees the whole world. It's like, it's like, it doesn't know more than the bowl, right? So we don't know. Yeah, we don't know more than what we know here. So don't, like, you need to kind of humble yourself and say, who am I to know what's really, did this? And then if you start to educate yourself, so the other side of it was I had no Jewish real education.
But this is the bottom line.
Yeah, education.
What do you know about tech? You didn't know shit.
I didn't know shit about tech.
But you went online.
Exactly.
You spent hours and days and nights.
Yeah,
and, you focused your mind, your intellect.
The education woke me up. I started to educate myself about it, and I was like, you know what? Like, Judaism kind of is the root, then Christianity came, then the Islam came. So it's like we kind of are that root. And now let's go back to the root. Let's go back to Abraham. Let's go back to, like, okay, the world was crazy, all this stuff. And all the miracles that happen. And, like, there's something amazing about Judaism that people don't realize. This is, like, with Jesus and with Muhammad, they spoke to God, right? That's like what it is. Like right?
Correct.
With the Jewish people, God spoke to 1 million Jews in public. It's the only religion where at Sinai, where millions of, like, not millions, but they say like 600,000 men, kids, children, whatever.
Correct.
Were there, and God spoke to all those people.
They all witnessed God.
And they witnessed God. So it's like
they heard the voice of God.
Exactly, they heard the voice of God. So when there's such a big event, you can't fake that.
It's the only time in history.
Yeah, it's the only time in history that God came and spoke to the whole group of people, and you just cannot fake that. You can, like, I could go to sleep tomorrow, wake up and say, yeah, I spoke to him, this is what we got to do. Like, I spoke to God. I could BS that, wake up tomorrow and if I wanted to be a con man and do something like that, right? So for me, that's the moment I was like, okay, Judaism, boom, 100%. Like, even I have a girl that I know, and I love all people, like, people, I love Jews, I love Christians, Muslims. I love everyone because we're all human. We're all the creation of God. And then when I started to learn, like, so deeply about it, it's like when the Jews got taken out of Egypt, right, with God, literally God took us out of Egypt and freed us from slavery with this story of Moses. I learned that there was people that were laughing, like, oh, look, the Egyptians are getting killed by God, laughing. And then God told, I think there was these angels, he said, don't laugh at my creation. These are also my creations. Don't so that teaches you, like, God is, like, so perfect and like his rationale of, like, everyone, we're all equal. Yeah, okay, some of us were Jewish, we have more commandments, we have a harder job to follow, and we're blessed with the to be Jewish and have these commandments, but we're all God's creation. So that's why you still need to respect everyone regardless of what they're doing. So that's, like, for me, what really humbled me and brought me so close to the religion, that I thought it was, like, amazing and beautiful. Yeah.
I've had these discussions and arguments at times. Sometimes I like to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
You really learn when you take the other side.
Yeah.
And I had an Orthodox Jew, and I said, you're an idiot. You talk about all this craziness. What do you know?
Yeah.
Well, my great ancestors spoke to God, heard God. Mm-hmm. These are Lubavitch guys.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? Mm-hmm. Oh, really? Tell me. They were at Sinai. And they passed that down. They told their children.
Yeah.
And their children told their children. And 125, how many generations it's been.
It's true.
And there were people that actually, because I'd be like, why do you, I understand. Yeah. I'm Jewish. I believe.
Yeah.
I don't practice all the commandments.
The most important commandment is just, and it says you can summarize the Torah in this one sentence. Treat others how you want to be treated.
Treat your neighbor as you treat yourself. 100%.
Exactly. That's the whole Torah, really.
Right, but there's all commandments.
Yeah, there's commandments, but that's one of the biggest things.
Yeah. And I should.
Yeah.
I don't always put on tefillin,
yeah.
and that's a commandment. And I said, why do you do all these commandments?
Yeah.
Because God told my great-great-great-grandfather. He told him.
Yeah.
And he was there at Sinai. And how could you argue with somebody? Because their grandfather told them.
Yeah.
And, they're going to tell their kids.
Yeah. It's just a chain.
God
It's a chain.
told us. We were there.
Yeah, exactly.
I had an event recently, so this is very interesting. I've always been told I come from a long line of rabbis.
It's amazing.
And I'm related to the Rothschild family and all these different things. But when I was growing up, you hear all these things.
Yeah.
What do I know? I just know that I was always called an Ashkenazi Jew, right? So literally the day before Ancestry 123, whatever it's called, goes bankrupt.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with my daughter. It was a Sunday. She goes, Dad, let's do it. It's like $150, whatever. I said, all right, let's do it. So we go online, just me and her.
Yeah.
Not her sister and not my wife. And so we signed up the same day, and they send us this stuff. Of course, the next morning they declare bankruptcy.
And you spit in it, you ship it back.
The whole
whatever.
thing, right?
Yeah.
And we get back this whole thing, and I'm told that mine is very unusual. I am 99.9%. Like, they don't say it doesn't.
Wow.
It doesn't have any of these.
That's a very strong bloodline.
There's no such thing, they say, really.
Yeah.
They, Ashkenazi Jew on both sides.
Wow.
Me personally.
Yeah.
My daughter, I married a girl that grew up Roman Catholic. Family was from Italy.
Yeah.
And so she's got all these different things. But my side is like, from me, 49.9% Ashkenazi Jew. Yeah, it's very rare. They say very rare is it ever have such, defined.
Yeah.
Usually it's 12 different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the 0.1% is 12 different things. You know what I'm saying? It's so funny. But you should try that Ancestry, whatever it is.
It's cool. I actually bought like all of my friends one year for Hanukkah. I bought like 10 kits. Just gave them to all my friends.
What a great idea.
And then I was gonna do it. And I think I saw a video online. They were talking about this company's gonna go bankrupt. They're gonna buy your DNA, duplicate you. I was like, damn, okay, I'm not gonna do it. I got scared out of it. I don't know. At the time, I was like, dude, maybe they're gonna try to take my DNA. But now
crazy.
Looking back, I was like, stupid. I should have done it.
You should do it with your wife.
We should check
really
it out.
do and understand, because you learn, believe it or not, because then you can trace things.
Yeah, no, I heard they even show you, like, if you have a family member you don't know about.
There's
that's
upsell.
Cool.
There's
yeah,
upsell.
that's cool, yeah.
But it's cool.
Yeah.
So I found out now that I have a cousin right here in Brooklyn I never knew about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My daughter told me that.
Yeah.
And so it's really very interesting that we could break it down now. DNA. I took the first DNA company public in early 80s.
Do you know that super yacht? It's like has DNA on it. It's like the name of the. It's here in Miami. It has like something Gene DNA or something. Gene. Have you seen that boat?
No.
I think the guy invented like the DNA machine or whatever.
Yeah, he probably was one of the co-founders of Genentech.
That boat is like, I see it drive by my house every day. It's like crazy, that guy.
Listen, if you're a co-founder of LinkMe, you might just be
God willing, man. God willing,
bro. So now let's go back. So now you started this company with Val.
Yeah.
And so did you and Val end up moving in together, or you
not
to the house?
No, we did. So we actually got an apartment.
Okay.
And
also in Hollandale?
Now we went to downtown.
Okay.
So we went to Brickell for a bit. I actually moved in with Val and Dre to Brickell for a bit. And when
Val and Dre?
Yeah, because they were in Brickell, and then I moved with Val and Dre to downtown.
So this is the brain trust.
This is like us three locked in. Let's go all in on this. Like, we're living together, breathe, sleep, eat, LinkMe, right? And this was before I kept the Sabbath. So we were working 7 days a week. Like, we were,
I love that you just said that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, so now I keep the Sabbath, and I think it's a huge reason for success.
Sure this gets out.
Oh, no, for sure, yeah. So we moved in together. We worked, super hard on it every second of the day. Like, literally, we would not leave that apartment. We'd just be crushing. Anytime we left the apartment, if we see someone in the elevator, it's like, you want to download an app? You want to download something? Like,
there's no balance.
Boom.
This is 1,000%.
My life was LinkMe, right? My life. A girl's asking me, "Hey, what's up? You want to download my?" Like, literally, I was not even. And
I'm that way now. I'm that way now on social media.
That led to an investor. I was at an event. I'm talking to this girl, and I'm like, "You want to download my beta app? You want to see my app? Whatever." I showed her it. She actually asked me what I do for a living. She started with something like that, and I showed her. And then a few days later, she FaceTimes me with her dad. And she's like, "Hey, I showed my dad your beta app, whatever. He likes it a lot. He thinks it's the next Facebook. He wants to invest."
It's a great story. This is a great lesson for all you entrepreneurs.
Yeah, get out there, show people what you're working on, because you never know who has that check for you.
And there's no balance.
Yeah.
You got to be focused 100%.
You do. And I'll tell you, the only balance that you can have is follow what God tells you. He tells you in the 10 Commandments to keep the Sabbath holy, right? What did God do on the seventh day? He rested. So on the seventh day, Friday night to Saturday night,
you didn't always have
rest.
that.
I didn't always have that, but I strongly suggest that.
Now.
I would even say back then we still would have had the same level of success.
Yeah, but you didn't do that.
I didn't. But now looking back, I regret not doing it.
I understand,
Yeah.
but this is good.
Yeah.
I just want you to be honest.
No, I'm being honest. Yeah,
and tell the story. You
For
didn't
sure.
do these things.
I didn't do them until the age of like 21 is when I started to. You know what? It's not true. Shabbat. 2 years now I started Shabbat.
Right.
So 2 years back.
Right,
Yeah. So 23. Yeah.
But now there's different. There's what they call Shomer Shabbat.
I'm Shomer Shabbat.
Right. So explain that.
Yeah,
means. Most people take off from work on Sunday.
Yeah. So a lot of people, they hear the Sabbath and they
You
say, like, you
unplug.
rest. Yeah. Like there's resting where like, okay, you're chilling at home watching Netflix, playing video games, whatever. And then there's keeping the Sabbath 100%, where it's like, it's known as Shomer Shabbat. That's in Hebrew, where you're keeping Shabbat in the Torah's way, which means no, you cannot make a spark, right? What is a spark? Your phone, when you're using it, electricity is going through it. There's sparks you don't see. You can't use your phone. You can't turn on the light. You can't drive a car. You cannot use any electricity. You can't touch fire.
Can't cook.
Yeah, can't cook. And people are like, how the hell do you eat that day? You make the food before Shabbat, and then you eat it when it starts. It's nice and hot. And then the next day, there's these things called...
Can't spend money?
You can't spend money. Yeah, you can't use money.
What about an elevator?
Yeah.
You take an elevator?
Elevator, there's an interesting thing. So I take the stairs. However, in Israel and in certain very religious places, there are elevators that are just programmed to keep going up and down on every floor and stop
know
on
that,
every floor.
right.
So those programmed elevators, I think those are like approved because you're not touching power. You're
Right.
just walking into a device that's already set to do
But
something.
this is in this society we live in,
Yeah,
you
it's
really have to
interesting.
work
Yeah.
at not working.
Yeah, you have to be very careful. You have to like really look at everything you do and kind of think twice. Because I'll walk into the
you're not
bathroom.
on the cell
yeah.
phone?
No phone.
You don't have a
Nothing.
computer?
Offline.
No business?
Offline.
I
No
just
business.
want everyone to hear this.
Offline. I'm offline.
This is really
For 25 hours, I do not talk business. I do not use my phone. I do not touch power. I don't drive my car. I am not using money. I don't touch money. I don't touch my credit card. Nothing like that. And this is a 25-hour period every week. It's not like once a year you do this. This is every Friday night to Saturday night.
It's just once a week.
Yeah, once a week. Every Friday night to Saturday night, totally offline.
You pray?
Yeah, I pray. I do the kiddush for Shabbat. So like Friday night, you do like a blessing to bring in the Sabbath and also for the meal.
You light a candle?
Yeah, of course. My wife lights the candles. Yeah, so my wife does the candles. There's a blessing for the women to like bless the home and the family and thank God. And they light the candles while they do this blessing to bring in the Shabbat as well. And yeah, we sit. We have an amazing dinner Friday night. And then it's a good thing because for me during the week, my wife barely gets to talk to me. Like it's unfortunate, but that's the life of like a CEO entrepreneur. It's like 24/6. Right? You're
exactly right.
24/6, you're locked in. And then that seventh day, my wife can talk to me as much as she wants and we have that day together. So that's amazing.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, thank God.
I really I appreciate you sharing this.
Yeah. I'll tell you the coolest
I'm
thing.
touched.
Yeah, no, it's good to hear you touched because for me, I'm selfish because the first time I kept Shabbat, I didn't want to keep it. My wife convinced me. She said, try it. See if you like it. She convinced me to try it. And at the time we were dating, wasn't my wife. So I said, okay, fine, I'm going to try it. I did it at my dad's house.
Must have been torture for you.
Listen to this. I gave it a shot. I wake up the next day. My brother runs to me. He goes, Net, you won't believe it. LinkMe got verified on Instagram. This is on Shabbat, right? We got the blue check before you could buy it when it was impossible and everyone's like, you know what I'm talking about.
Of course I know.
It was
Of course I
impossible
know.
back then. So, and we were trying for years to do this thing. So out of the blue, I wake up. My brother's showing me his phone. Now what happened? I start laughing. I'm like, you think I'm stupid. You photoshopped it to do the joke because I can't check my phone, right? So then what does he do? Refreshes the screen. He's on Instagram. We got verified on Shabbat. So I was like, dude, thank you, God. I'm never going to miss a Shabbat. And since then, I never missed a Shabbat. So maybe I'm selfish. I'm like, I'll keep holding it down for God if he's holding it down for me. Maybe it's a selfish reason, but I fell in love with it.
It's an example of God talking to you.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, for sure.
It's not a coincidence.
I agree. I believe that's for
He's
sure
talking
God.
to you.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
a tough customer.
Yeah.
You're not a regular customer. It's
true.
So God said, I got to do something.
Yeah, I got to give him a nice free trial. I got to give him a free trial over here. Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm like that too. I'm a very difficult customer.
Yeah.
I have to you got to show me something. Next thing
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
I get a call and somebody does something. And I'm
Yeah.
what?
Oh no! And ever since then, I notice amazing things. Like now, I keep it, and I noticed also, you like the first few times, every single time something crazy happened. Like even like the next time I kept, like literally the next time I kept, and I said, let me do another thing. I'm gonna give a donation to the synagogue. I got verified on Instagram. This was the day after, though. This was the day after.
Still,
it's
you're
cool.
on a roll, baby.
But then I noticed I kept keeping and doing stuff, and then I'm like, wait, now I'm not getting any major moves anymore from God. And then I realized I need to level up. I can't just stay in the same place. So I said, let me start doing this. Let me put the kippah. Let me do this. Let me pray more. Let me do this. And now, like, I just look back and I say, like, look where I am today. Like, God blessed me to be where I am today. Thank God. Like, everything I have, I know guaranteed God gave me this. Like, it's unbelievable.
That's why you're here today.
Yeah, thank God.
You don't even know, but that's why you're here today.
Thank God, yeah.
This is really a beautiful thing. I'm so grateful. So now the three of you guys are downtown.
Yeah, we live together doing this 24/7.
No Shabbat.
No Shabbat. We're crazy
you
guys.
might have went to a club Friday night, a party.
Yeah, we went out a lot, and mainly we went out to, like, networking things. Like,
I get it.
Yeah, if there was like, for example, you can go in Miami to a club and spend 10 grand on a table and get, scam there and, meet, hookers, whatever, horrible people in the club scene, which I hate. Or you can go to a mansion party hosted by a tech billionaire that's doing a private thing on Saturday night, and it's like an invite only, and you could call your friend, yo, can you get me on the list? That's what we loved. We loved trying to get to these places and going into these, like, kind of invite only,
meeting cool people,
meeting incredible
showing
people,
them your app,
showing them our app, networking, meeting them. And this is what built, for us, a phenomenal network. Like, it's incredible who you can meet in Miami. That's why I love this city. And you could go as a tech guy and say, let's go to San Francisco, let's go to New York, let's go wherever.
You're not going to meet anybody.
You could, but I just saw, we're doing it in Miami. Let's stay where we live.
It's concentrated in Miami.
Yeah.
By the way, everybody comes to Miami to party and to play.
Yeah, they do.
People generally go to San Fran, New York to work.
Yeah, it's true.
Miami, everyone says, let's party.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's so easy to meet people in that context.
Yeah.
If you go to pitch them in a city versus, meeting them and soft pitching them.
It's fun to, like, open up as just like a, hey, nice to meet you, what do you do type of thing. And then exchange information, you follow each other, all that.
Let me show you this cool thing I have.
Exactly. Let me show you, what do you think about this?
You know how many times I went after I got the LinkMe and I said, let me show you how I communicate. And they were like, wow, bro, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
But then some people came back and showed me Linktree.
Oh, and then they're telling you Linktree.
And showed me another one. And I'm like, bro, I said, I called. So I get out of prison.
Yeah.
I go to Publix just to go shopping. And I'm walking through Publix and I see some guy coming up to me and I see he's like coming right at me and I'm looking at him, he's going, hey, and I'm looking around like, I don't recognize the guy. And it's Ray Diaz.
Oh, Ray, wow. So Ray knew you prior.
Oh, yeah.
Because Ray was with you at that company.
No. I was a big stockbroker. I'm famous.
Oh, so, okay, got it.
Famous.
So you were the biggest guy.
He was the biggest.
Ray was working for the Wolf of Wall Street.
Ray was a kid.
He was
a kid in
like,
the business.
Yeah,
Jordy Belfort worked for us.
Wow, so that's crazy.
I was making $200 grand a month in 1987 when he came to get registered.
Wow.
In 86.
Wow.
Literally making.
But Ray told me he worked for Jordan.
He did. He worked for Stratton Oakmont at one time.
Yeah. Was he the guy that caught the watch?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I heard something. Someone told me something. I don't know if it's true or not.
These were just young children that were taught how to sell.
Yeah, taught how to sell trash.
Steal.
Yeah.
They took young kids in Long Island that were growing up.
Yeah.
Just imagine you were Miami.
Yeah.
18-year-old, 20-year-old.
And they showed them this is how you could get rich quick.
And it's all legit.
Yeah.
These guys didn't know they were doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
They thought they were doing something. This is, you walk in, it says,
it looks
NASD,
like a business. Yeah, it looks like your work.
SIPC, registered, guys walking around in suits and ties.
Exactly.
You're a kid, you're like, whoa, this is
legit.
Market.
This is the money. This is real money.
You come back, you tell your parents, and then they teaching you how to steal.
Yeah.
And that's a horrible thing. And then when Jordy got arrested, he put on a wire.
Yeah.
And went around and got everybody that he taught how to steal.
Got
them indicted and gave them 50 cases.
Wow.
That's why he got 22 months.
Wow.
I did 12 years because I did nothing wrong except I showed the world how to go public for a fraction of the cost,
a
fraction of the regulation, for twice the capital and 5 times the liquidity. That's what I did.
So I didn't know that. Yeah.
And Lower Manhattan basically said I robbed them of $100 billion in fees, commissions, and trading profits. Because after I went public over there the second time.
So the government really wanted to go.
Well, they sicked the government on me. That's what they do, like they did to Trump.
Yeah.
They weaponized the DOJ.
It's crazy.
It didn't just happen with Trump. They've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
But people didn't understand what lawfare is. So people with J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley said, we got to take this guy down.
Yeah.
Colbert, Kravis Roberts just went public in Europe for no money. We would have made $200 million on that.
Wow.
Because they get you to do a private, They get favored stock status. They get, cheap stock. They get free trading stock. They get the green shoe on the IPO. I don't know if you know what that is. I mean,
the green shoes, like they can sell right when it opens?
Well, they get the option to buy stock for 30, 60, 90 days for less than the IPO price.
Wow. Okay.
That's why they gun the price. They juice the price up 5, 10 points, whatever it is. So if the stock was trading at a price to 10 to the public, they get the right to buy the stock at like 8.50.
Wow.
And there's what they call hot stock rules when you go public. It's not the same rules that apply to day-to-day trading.
Yeah.
Because the underwriters have to provide a fair and orderly market.
Yeah, they're the founding people lock in.
Which means they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And they print money. You understand? They print. It's a license to print money.
Yeah.
And so I took this party overseas and said, wait a minute. I only got to report biannual and audit it's only once a year.
Yeah, it's the best thing ever.
Nobody knows this. Nobody knows. It's one of the best kept secrets in the world.
So you would just take U.S. companies, say, come to London. This is where the money is.
I was the first American to take a regulated American company.
Come
I took
do this
a
in London.
stock brokerage company public.
Yeah.
I did 13 deals.
Wow.
Then the government came at me.
Wow.
They sent the freaking DOJ to my place in November of 06.
Yeah.
And I fought them like crazy. I was, a wealthy guy. I spent over $3 million on legal fees. I fought them for 06. I didn't go to jail. 14.
You had like an arbitrage system. Like, come to London, we do it for cheaper and it's better. And
we get you public in London.
Yeah.
When you're ready to start really spending money, reporting quarterly.
Yeah, we'll go back.
All we do is become a reporting company.
Got it.
We file papers with the SEC. Okay. And then we can do ADRs if we want. Depository receipts. We take a million shares, we put it in the bank, we take 1 million depositories, we trade them on the New York Stock Exchange.
Nice.
3/4 of the companies around the world, including all the big pharmaceutical companies, trade ADRs. Okay. And if you just want to bring the stock back, you can do that too. It costs no money.
Nice.
Instead of spending millions on accountants and lawyers and bankers and fees.
My dad went through he told me like it's just to go public, it's millions of dollars to go public.
For a little teeny company to go public.
Yeah, it's
big company, forget about it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And so, I showed the world I created the footprint to go public there. After I did it the first time, I raised $1 billion. And created a fund, bought 8 companies, and took that public.
Wow.
And I was up. I'm the only guy, they say, that manipulated the whole London Stock Exchange. I have all these victims. I don't have one lawsuit.
Wow.
No one sued me.
No one in London. Only the U.S. government came.
Only 3 prosecutors in the Southern District of New York.
Wow.
The most corrupt district.
So you think that like the people that were there making money in New York were like, we got to get this competition. We get rid of him.
Listen, who do you think gets a lot of people in New York elected, appointed, all these different things?
Got it.
The big boys, going with the big players. This guy's fucking up our game.
Yeah.
He's fucking with our money. Mm-hmm. We got to teach him a lesson.
We got to take him out. Take him out without killing him.
You know who told me that? Jesse Ventura told me that. Wow. They said, they're going to kill you. Wow. That's what he said to me. I did a special, Jesse Ventura. It's called Conspiracy Theory. He had a show on True TV. It was like huge.
Wow.
And prime time. And he said, we're doing Wall Street Conspiracy Theory. And we did a search for the most credible guy in the United States. And your name keeps coming up.
Wow.
So they flew me out to California. They flew me out to L.A. and I did a couple of tests. And Jesse himself comes and goes, this is perfect. Can we get you to do this? I said, I'll do it. A guy named Michael Braverman. Michael, Arthur Smith, and Kent Weed from A. Smith & Co. Did it. Next to Mark Burnett, they're the biggest suppliers of TV in the world. TV product. Mark Burnett's Survivor, all those shows.
Yeah.
A. Smith is
huge,
the Ninja Warrior. That's his show.
Huge.
These guys are
huge. The biggest.
So I did a special, Wall Street Conspiracy Theory.
Wow.
And I talk about, blow the lid off a few things. This is now, years later, this is the too big to fail. When all the banks failed.
Yeah.
My company, we had tons of capital. We didn't fail. We needed a bailout. Citibank needed a $50 billion bailout.
Wow.
The day after they got $50 billion from the U.S. Treasury, the company was only worth $20 billion.
Wow.
So they were operating $30 billion in the hole.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Moody's Standard & Poor's A-rated. It was a scam.
Yeah.
One scam after the next, and I helped reveal that. And they came at me, boy, like you can't believe it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and they destroyed the life that I had. Now, raw media is going to come out.
Expose everyone.
Well, we're going to do everything we can do to bring truth.
Yeah.
To bring light. Isn't that what God wants us to do?
100%. Be the light in the world,
To bring light to the world.
Exactly.
Truth, okay?
Yep.
And the things that we're discussing today are things that I'm thrilled that I didn't think that we would discuss this on the
Yeah,
show, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so excited. I know God's watching and
100%.
directing all this.
Yeah.
You know, he's in charge.
For sure.
He's large and in charge, as they say, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you guys now are hustling the city of Miami, networking events, and keep telling.
Yeah, so we meet a lot of amazing people. The app is growing. A lot of good users start to join. And actually, this is the point, I think, like when we were in this apartment, this was in downtown, right across from the Heat Stadium. This was the point where we got one of our first big users. A few big people joined, but one that I want to mention because it's like an entrepreneur kind of podcast. Patrick Bet-David became a user. So this is one of our first, like, whoa, like, this is a big guy. He's a huge guy. Yeah, huge podcast.
He wasn't even as
guy.
big. Now he's bigger.
Now he's bigger, but even back then, I was watching his podcast before he joined. So I was like, holy shit.
I love that.
Like, yo, this is like, I'm a fan of this guy. He's now using my product. I'm like, this is amazing. So when he joined and a few other big people, more influencer big names, a lot of other people saw that and said, okay, we're going to join. This is going to join. This guy. Oh, he uses it. I want to use it. And the snowball began. Now, we noticed something. We said, hold up. We need to get a sexier domain name. We had a problem with our domain. It was ugly. At the time, it was mylinkme.com, right? Even before that, we had linkme.global, which was even uglier.
Not sexy.
Yeah, so I found the domain link.me. I found it online. It wasn't available, so I tracked down who owns it. It's good to have a tech guy working at
Oh, yeah.
company, right? So I tracked down who owns it, and I figured out, okay, this is the owner. I found his number, called him. Hey, nice to meet you. I own a tech company called LinkMe. I'm interested in doing a deal with you. I'd like to get this domain. Are you looking to sell this domain? He's like, yeah, I could sell it. I have a charity for it right now. If you want, I could sell it right now for $2 million. I was like, I said $2 million.
What are you smoking?
I said, brother, we're a startup, man. Like $2 million, you're gonna put me in the hole for. I'm not gonna be able to succeed in the company here.
$2 million.
So we ended up speaking for months. And I really became this guy's therapist. I'm not kidding. I was on the phone with this guy for hours. He's telling me about the charity and this and that, and I'm giving him advice and tips and whatever, and we're talking a lot. And he got to know me. He's like, he's a nice kid, nice guy, whatever. So then he dropped the price down to $250K. I'm still like, bro, we're a startup, man. Come on, give me a real number over here.
Stock.
Give me some real. I told him, let's get you involved here.
Right.
He doesn't have stock. He didn't take stock. To this day, it was a cash thing, but I'll get to the number.
Big mistake.
So then he calls me out of the blue one day. I'm talking to this guy for 6 months back and forth. Calls me out of the blue, and he goes, listen, man, I'm in a tough situation. I need money right now. Like, I'll sell it, right? Thank you, God. Right? So very good price. I don't even want to say the numbers here, but should I just say it? Who cares?
Yeah.
We paid $12,000.
I was going to say 20.
Okay, close. So we paid $12,000.
That's
and
a good number.
I speak to tech people today, just about like LinkMe's valuation, whatever the company.
Right.
There are tech people today that believe like 10% of our valuation is just the domain. That's what they tell us.
Say it for the camera again.
So 10% of our valuation, tech people that are in the tech world tell us 10% of LinkMe's valuation is just our domain, the link.me domain that we own.
Say it, link.me.
Link.me, that's our domain.
Linked or link?
Link, L-I-N-K.
It's a great name. That's a great name. That's sexy. I get it now.
It's the name of our company, LinkMe, right? So it's just, you add a dot between the K and the M, and that's link.me. That's our domain name.
You should have maybe left a dot in there.
People tell us, like in person, I was wearing a LinkMe hat, and a guy was like, what's LinkMe? I'm like, oh, we're this, that, whatever.
If you had the dot in there.
You know what he told me? He's like, oh, I know you guys, you're link.me.
Right,
that's what he said. So I was like,
right.
shit. I was like, we need to put the link.me on the hat.
Should have kept the dot in there.
Well, we can add a dot. But anyway.
But I'm just telling you, because for guys
for
like
branding
me,
and people that don't, it doesn't connect. So that link.me, when we got it, the numbers that same month 100x'd. Not kidding. We 100x'd our growth the day we got the domain, that 30-day period, because the word spread. This is the sexiest link for anyone for free. Sign up, you get this link. It's sexy. You put it on every app, and it looks beautiful. Everyone loved it. It's like a mini website that everyone was taking advantage of the sexy name.
See, I'm not a tech guy, but now when you're explaining it, I get it.
And now people, they were telling us they were switching from Linktree. Hey, I left Linktree for this. This is nicer, cleaner. Because Linktree, it's nice, a good name, Linktree, but LinkMe is like LinkMe. It's like you're linking me.
It's much sexier.
It's sexier, it's cleaner, it's me, it's who you are, and it kind of resonated with a lot of people. So a lot of the big people on Linktree start to switch. Boom, every day a new celebrity leaves them, joins us, leaves them, joins us. And the snowball began, right? And then, fast forward to today, I mentioned it earlier in the pod, like close to 100 million people, unique, globally, use it, right? They're coming to this. So the crazy statistic that I love.
100 million
people. Yeah.
year?
Are coming? Yeah,
A
are
year?
using per month.
I just said that
in
on
the
purpose.
last 12 months.
A month.
In the last 12 months, it was 400 million unique. Right?
Wow.
That came to LinkMe. So what's really cool is like now it's to the point where I was just with my wife for our honeymoon in Jamaica. I'm not even kidding.
Nice.
I'm sitting there. I don't leave the house without this logo somewhere on me, right? If I wasn't Jewish, I would get it tattooed across my forehead.
You.
So I was wearing the hat. I'm laying down on the beach chair with my wife on our honeymoon. I did a quick honeymoon, so investors watching this guy was on a honeymoon. It was quick in and out. You didn't even know I was gone. So it was like a 5-day in and out. So anyway, I'm sitting there. I'm laying down. I'm wearing my hat. Like a 20-something-year-old is there with his family. His parents are with him. He walks up to me. He's like, "Sir, are you the CEO of LinkMe?"
Wow.
And I go like, I'm like, how like, why did you think that? And then I asked him like, why do you think that? And then he goes, I mean, well, you're wearing the hat, and like only the CEO could afford a place like this. I was like, oh, okay,
I love
cool.
that.
I'm like, how do you know about LinkMe? He's like, yeah, all my friends use it. It's so cool. We see a lot of celebrities use it, whatever. And young guy just he doesn't know me. He just saw the logo, but
Correct.
the name speaks, right?
After this podcast, hopefully they're all going to know you.
Yeah. So many people. Oh no. So the beautiful statistic is in the last 12 months, 1 in 3 people in the U.S. used it. 1 in 3 people.
Wow.
Yeah. So in the last 12 months, over 100 million people in the U.S. used it, which is the craziest, most beautiful thing because it's like sometimes they don't even know they're using it because they're on a beautiful page like yours and they just think you built a sexy site. Really,
Right.
they were on your link.
No one would have any idea.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's sometimes they don't realize it until people click on 10 of these and say, well, this link.me shit is everywhere. So that's kind of how it starts to click. Yeah.
I love it. Now, you guys are doing revenue yet?
So yeah, we just now, in the last literally 45 days, did a subscription thing. Since we started the company, the focus, like build the best product, make it free. I love what Zuckerberg says.
Make it cool.
Yeah, make it cool, free, build the best product. The users will come, you'll figure out the revenues.
Yep.
We figured it out, I'll tell you in a second. But Zuckerberg, in a recent quarterly call not too long ago, the investors were grilling him on like, is this new feature going to bring revenues? Like you're putting billions into this feature. Where are the numbers from it? And Zuckerberg's like, I want to follow my philosophy since we started this company of building the best product, making the users, come every day, retaining them, and then we'll figure out how to make money. That's not the hard part. That's what he says, and it's true. Building an amazing product is the hard part. Making money is a million ways. There's ads, there's data, there's this, there's a million ways to do it.
Steve Jobs said that.
Oh yeah, so maybe he stole it. He stole it. Of course he did. He stole it from the real goat.
Because they were all these crappy phones. He said, I'm going to make the best phone.
Yeah.
It had to be perfect.
Yeah.
Walter Isaacson's book.
Exactly. So it's amazing.
And that's why we all have iPhones.
So we just started now with a subscription model, something simple. If you want extra features, more crazy, stuff to help you succeed online, kind of the motto for the premium is if you want to turn your followers into customers, get LinkMe Pro. $20 a month. We just started it. Our existing users, they don't even know about it. It's in testing. Only new people who sign up see a pop-up. Do you want this?
I got it.
Already now, in the next 30 days, we're going to cross $1 million in annual recurring revenue.
Wow.
So this is recurring.
That's the key.
Right? Yeah,
Recurring
for sure. This is something that now, this is zero budget, all organic.
Right. Easy money.
So now I have my investors, we're going to put a huge marketing campaign. We think we can grow this to tens of millions, like no problem in annual recurring. And on top of that, we also have people now starting to sell their products, digital, physical, the t-shirts, the AI feature, all of that. So there's for us, this is the best app in the world to help people make money. That's our thing here.
See, this is why this is my experience. We should talk off camera.
Yeah.
We just set up a school account.
Nice. I know school.
That's what most of these
it's one of those things to sell the courses and to teach people.
I'm selling courses. I'm an online educator. I'm building a community. Mastermind, but we should talk about doing it.
Yeah, we can help you out.
Like me.
Yeah, we can definitely bring a lot of people to there, and we can help you with it.
My following's growing like that. I'm getting 750 new followers every single day now.
We'll do it.
Crazy, bro.
We'll do it. Yeah,
I don't know what's going on. Like
let's
it's like a virus, right?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. A good virus.
Yeah, but it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's
thank God. It is. Thank God, man.
Every day I say, "What are you doing? What's going on?" I can't keep track.
Yeah, can you add a zero?
I can't keep track.
Yeah.
It's great. So anything else? Let's talk. I know I got a hard stop at 1:30.
Yeah.
I want to respect Patrick.
Thank you.
Tell me, what else would you like the world to know about Net Kohen? This is a fantastic podcast, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we're
gonna have a part 2, in 6 months.
For sure, yeah, we'll do an update in 6 months.
Yeah, track, but we really got an idea of who you are now and where you came from.
Yeah,
people don't know you. And it's important that they do for more than branding purposes, investment purposes.
It's true.
Someday you're going to be a public company. You want to have people that want to go with Net Kohen because I think you're worthy of that, bro.
Thank God, man. Yeah,
you're worthy of that.
God willing.
If I would have seen an interview like this on a young Elon Musk, I would have been putting money down on anything Elon Musk did.
Thank you. Yeah, that's
amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
This is a world where people, for the first time in human history, we're all connected, not just through the ether, through God and all that, through phones, through cellular, through the internet.
Yeah.
You know, because of Musk and Starlink, you know, there's Wi-Fi in the Kalahari Desert now.
Yeah.
I mean, people, that young man in the middle of Mozambique,
Yeah.
you know, a young Net Kohen can see something like this and say, damn. Now he's going to sign up with LinkMe, and he's gonna reach out to a Ross Mandell or to a Patrick Bet-David, take a mastermind course, or sign up and get a free, you know, join a community that's free to get some tips as he grows and learns.
For sure.
We all have access now to each other, to your mind, etc.
Yeah.
That's what's wonderful about Net Kohen. It's wonderful about what you're doing with LinkMe is because you create this. You're advancing.
Yeah.
The connectivity ball. You understand?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Some guy in New Mexico could be on LinkMe and now has access to buy somebody else's
buy
another
or sell
vendor.
or sell. Yeah, so it's amazing. I think LinkMe really just empowers anyone to be an entrepreneur, to start whatever they wanted to start. So I think if I have like one advice for anyone watching this, it's, you know, don't be scared to start. That's the hardest part. People say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And they don't start. And then they look back. It's like, shit, I was saying I was going to do this 5 years ago. I still didn't even start. Starting is the first step. Don't even...
You'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out. Just start. Get the ball
Get in the
rolling.
game.
And I also hear a lot of people say like, oh, but I don't know how to do an LLC. And you don't even need one to start. Just start. When the dollars come into your personal and you see people are actually doing it, then go open the LLC, go open the bank, make it happen. You can just start. You can literally just start doing something.
Can I just tell you, I just launched, it's funny you talk about, a $15 course. There's a link. It's called the tiny URL in my Instagram page, Ross Mandell, 2 S's, 2 L's.
Yeah.
It's Make Money While You Sleep, Intro to the Stock Market.
Yeah.
Because people are overwhelmed. We teach you how to actually open an account, what papers to sign, what they mean, the basics of the basics, the ABCs. We're talking to stupid people, uneducated people, young people, but people that are just overwhelmed, that think they don't have enough capital, they can't get. If you have $15, you can get in the game.
It's amazing.
Yeah, we just launched this, and
all right, you guys heard it. This sounds like a good play for you guys.
I mean, it's because people.
It's too affordable. I see people complain about like people selling courses. I think there are certain courses out there that you should compare it. Go to college, ask them how much is it to learn, social studies, science. They're going to tell you thousands of dollars per course. You're talking about a $15 thing that can change your life, right?
At $15 to get started, and if you really want like an advanced course, we'll make it $99. You want to open an LLC?
Still cheaper than college.
You want to open an LLC? You want to open up an LLP? You want an S Corp, a C Corp? What city, what state you want to be in? We talk onshore, offshore. We teach all of that. We provide $5,000 worth of free documents.
Nice.
If you bought them off LegalZoom.
Nice.
$5,000. You want LLC? $99.
Nice.
Okay. The wealth formula.
It's good.
Available, on my stuff.
Good stuff.
Click the link and buy it. What do you want to say? We got 2 minutes left.
That's it. I'm going to say I need to run now. I have another meeting, and it was really nice sitting with you talking. And I think if anyone's watching this, just whatever you're thinking about, start. Don't hesitate. Make it happen, and go download LinkMe, set up a profile. If you're having a hard time starting with whatever you're thinking about, start with LinkMe. It's free. You can set up your shop on there.
How do they find LinkMe? Link.me?
Link.me. It's our website. Link.me. Link.me.
How do they find Net Kohen?
I'm link.me, link.me/net, N-E-T.
How do they find you on social media and Instagram?
Everything is on my LinkMe.
Even
everything.
Even on Instagram?
Everything, yeah.
Okay, because I want people to follow this young man. It's going to be your privilege. I promise you. He's 25. The next 5 years are going to be a whirlwind. I'm predicting you huge things.
Yeah.
And you're all going to wish that you followed this guy starting in 3 weeks when we publish this.
Thank God. It was really nice sitting with you.
Brilliant.